This game is presented by LexMedia, giving Lexington athletes...
Hello everyone, and welcome to Battle on the Green High School Football here at the legendary Harold Crumb Field. It's a beautiful night for Lexington's highly anticipated home opener as the Newton South Lions come into town to face the battle-born Lexington Minutemen. Hi everybody, I'm Ben Noble and welcome to Lexington. Folks, the name is John DeLuca. Lexington's new coach made an instant impact guiding Wakefield to a D3 state championship in his first season there in 2022. Now Lexington has brought him in to right the ship. Meanwhile, the Lions are looking to avenge their 28-6 loss to Lexington last year. We got a world-class pep band, a raucous crowd informing, and these teams are ready to do battle. I'll bring in my partner, Connor Wynn. Connor, take us away.
I'll tell you, man, I'm excited for this one. First home opener for Lexington, and it would be great for them if they can start out hot at home with the win against the Lions, a team they were able to dominate last season. Last year, we saw a football play style dominated by the run for Lexington. However, they have brought in a new coach, so I'm curious to see if they stick with the run with the majority of their snaps again.
And we're off. Martin now back deep. It's a pop kick. And it's muffed. Newton South has it. And they're set up inside the 30.
You know, that's just a horrible way to start the game for Lexington. You know, first game jitters can always get to you. But, I mean, things like that cannot happen, especially on the first play. You know, that just gives all the momentum to Newton South currently.
Coach DeLuca was looking for execution early in the game, and early in the season, Lexington has not been able to serve that consistently. But now the Newton South Lions are set up inside the 30, already within field goal range. Can they punch it in, or can Lexington's defense be stout?
This is an elite field position for Newton, but let's see if the Lexington defense, you know, they had a lot of great players on their defensive line, such as James Morin. You know, he's a captain for them, number 77 out there, and he's being very impactful as of recently in practice. So, like, hopefully they can make an impact and force Newton South to a field goal and maybe even get a stop.
Jack Nolan takes a snap, hand off, and Lexington stuffs up the middle.
There's a great great first down for Lexington's defense. You know, limit the run, not allow them to establish the run so that later in the game they can't exploit them with play action.
Absolutely.
Second down and 10. Second down and 7, actually. 11:55 left on the clock.
Let's see if Newton South will open up the playbook here on second down, or will they keep it on the ground, trying to set up a third and short.
Once again, it's Jack Nolan taking the snap, and it's Jared Mee in the backfield with him.
And he hands it off again, running off tackle.
Outside run.
And a great edge held by number 16.
Great tackle by
Eli
Lexington.
Selski, wow.
You know, big issue last year for Lexington is they missed a lot of tackles even when they were there, and right there they just showed they have improved on that. They were able to take two people on one person and make the great tackle right there for a loss of yards.
Absolutely, and Coach DeLuca preached doing your job, and that's exactly what Eli Selski did there, holding the edge and allowing his teammates to come in and finish off the play.
Now it's a third and long for Newton South. It's a third and 10 with 11:19 left on the first quarter.
Will Newton South be conservative here, trying to stay within field goal range, or will they open it up? Nolan takes the snap. He's looking, flag is down. Nolan scrambling, and they've got him short of the sticks. We'll wait to see what the flag is. I think someone might have dropped offside.
Hopefully this penalty is against Newton South. And yes, it is indeed.
And they'll be backed up.
I think they might decline the penalty. Would force a fourth down.
Illegal formation, that's on the offense, declined,
Yep.
and Lexington gets off the field here early. So the early mistake on the kickoff, but they do find a way to get off the field and hold them to only 3, although Newton South has not yet trotted out their
I think
field.
they might be keeping the
Yeah, it
offense
seems
on.
like they're going for it on 4th and 10 here.
Yep.
Wait.
This is kind of
they're
dead
going.
zone. This is kind of a dead zone for high school football. You know, these kicks are a little far for these kickers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, obviously, you know, you want to get points on the board, especially at this position. So
Nolan takes a snap. Throws a jump ball to the end zone.
too
Incomplete.
far.
Lexington gets off the field early here, setting up their offense where they would have started initially.
Great job by the defense by Lexington. You know, making up for a mistake and, you know, not giving Newton South any free points early, especially with great field position. But hopefully, Lexington, you don't have to deal with the kickoff this time, and hopefully they can get with their offense and start the rhythm flowing.
Absolutely. Corner Caden Mason using his length, shielding him down the sideline, and escorting it out of bounds. No chance for the receiver on that play.
Yeah, I like the idea, though. You know, throw a fade ball and give your receiver a chance. It was just slightly underthrown.
And now Lexington trots out sophomore quarterback Ethan Hatch. Tons of talent, a bit inexperienced, but we'll see what he can do. He's got massive tackle. James Mowing protecting him on the right side. Ethan takes a snap. Throws a quick out to number 80. That's
Cole Apstein.
Tight end Cole Apstein. Quick out and a solid pickup for Lexington here on first down.
We see Eli Selski in the backfield for Lexington. He's made a couple of big plays last year for them. Let's see if they can get him to start going. But I really like the pass from Lexington on first down. You know, they did a lot of run even on third down last year, so to see a pass out of them, even if it's just a quick, short pass, that's great to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mari Mao on the top of on the left side of the field.
You know, he has that electric speed. Can they scheme him open and allow him to break it big? And they hand it off. Newton South swallows it up in the backfield. They were not fooled by Ethan Hatch's fake on the zone read. Now that sets up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 for Lexington. And we'll get our first opportunity to see what the young QB can do here on 3rd down.
He's over at the sideline talking to his coach, you know, making sure that he executes what they want to do. And number 80, Cole Apstein's back on the field for number 87. Ben, what do you think they go here? You think they're forced to pass, but we thought that last season, and sometimes they would run it even on these 3rd and longs.
Well, I see it that Coach DeLuca's bringing in an explosive and intense new style of play, and I think they'll open it up here, try to scheme up maybe Amari across the middle here. They only have
4 receivers set right now.
They bring the blitz. Hatch looking, gets out to Apstein, but it's incomplete. And Newton South gets off the field. Lexington will be forced to bring out the punt team.
Not an ideal offensive possession, but we saw some great things from the defense, so hopefully we can get it right back.
Absolutely. The name of the game here in high school is field position.
For sure. Looks like Omari will be punting the ball.
You know, Omari really does it all. He's a receiver, a DB, a returner, and now he's showing off his leg here as a punter.
They have him listed as a running back, too. I think that, you know, DeLuca really wants to optimize his speed, so anything.
And he's buffed it. Can he get it off? Amari looking to run, and, oh, he still got it, but he swallowed up inside the 15.
Couple bad mistakes from the special teams here early. Hopefully they can clean some of this stuff up because
yeah, just unfortunate execution there.
It's leading to great field position for Newton South.
Yeah. You know, these small plays, they might seem like clockwork when you watch, you know, the NFL, but they really are tough to pull off.
Yep.
Now let's see if Newton South can punch it in here. They neither got much success on offense on their first series, so let's see if Lexington's defense can be stout here once again and get another stop, get off the field. Still 0-0 early in this game.
Jack Nolan back in the backfield alongside Jared Mee, the running back, number 20.
Newton South's got a lot of experience here, both quarterback and the running back.
3 wide receivers set for Newton South.
Double to the left.
Hand it off.
Hand it off Jared Mee, and they've got him swallowed up. Nice tackle, part by Alex Manson, and Faisal Nisbuga. Two players that, when we talked to Coach DeLuca earlier today, he was really talking about those players, Alex Manson, a captain, and Faisal Nisbuga, really bringing the intensity that Coach wants to see. And he loves to see him make an impact early in the game here, making the tackle, cleaning the play up. It'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Newton South Lions.
Yeah, adding off that for Faisal, the coach praised him for a lot of enthusiasm and always the desire to get better, which is a great trait you want to see in a player.
Absolutely, and he's got that basketball athleticism to swim over the offensive lineman and make stops. Jack Nolan in the backfield takes a snap, and he pitches it to Jared Mee. He's got the edge, but a nice tackle there.
Another great tackle by Lexington right there, forcing a 3rd and 6.
Number 7, Eddie Yen. Great play. And that'll set up 3rd and medium, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Perhaps if Lexington could just get a stop one more play here, or maybe they'll have to go to 4th down. It doesn't seem like Newton South trusts their kicker for these kind of mid or to long range field goals.
Yeah, again, talking about the NFL, one thinks, 40, 30-yard kick is not that big of a deal, but here in high school it's much more difficult than the TV makes it out to be.
Absolutely. You got 4 wide receivers split out, 2 on each side. Nolan takes the snap. He's looking to the left. And he throws a slant. It's caught by number 2, Jaden Alves Armstrong, the junior. He's got electric playmaking, and that'll set up a 4th and 2. Short gain on the slant. Seems like Lexington, they let him get a short gain there, but they're willing to set up a 4th down.
Actually, it looks like it's closer to a yard for Newton South. Maybe 1.5.
Yeah, a short 4th and 2 to be sure.
For sure. Number 2, out on the bottom of your screen.
Will they try to run it? And a flag here. Did Lexington jump offside?
Newton South is saying Lexington jumped.
Both sides are pointing. Perhaps a false start, or did Lexington?
They're going to give him the 1st down.
Oh, they do give him the 1st down. Lexington jumps offside.
Penalties, especially on a 4th down, is something you cannot afford as a defense. And Lexington, although they haven't made any crucial mistakes, a couple things that you think are things you can take for granted, such as special teams or penalties, or they're having a bit of struggles with right now.
Yeah, not exactly the start Coach John DeLuca was looking for, but they're still in this game. It's it's early. It's only 0-0.
Sure.
Can they get a goal line stand here? Number 17, Jeremiah Balcom in motion.
Another
and
flag
the flag
is
is thrown. False start on the offense. And Newton South, both teams causing themselves their own problems early in this game.
They're going to be backed up 5 yards, and it's going to be a first and goal at the 9-yard line.
You always hate to see for the offense those long 1st and goals. It's tough to get those 10 yards down when it is all tight in the red zone. Sending in the play call from the sideline. Nolan and me in the backfield. 3 wide receivers split to the left. One to the right. He hands it off Jared Mee.
Oh, breaks a tackle.
Breaks a tackle, but he's still down at the 5. Solid gain there for Newton South, but it's also a solid wrap-up.
By James Morin, number 77.
Yeah, the massive defensive lineman is tough to avoid in the trenches.
Another one of Coach DeLucas praises.
Absolutely.
Had a lot of words for him. Seems like someone's down in the field.
And we've got an injury timeout. Can't exactly see who it is. But the Lexington defensive line gets a chance to kind of recuperate.
Regroup.
Yep.
And focus on getting this goal line stopped,
Yeah, the
Force
defensive
them to a
line.
field goal, get back on offense.
Yeah, the defensive line, it's easy to get winded, so maybe this is a break that could help out.
For sure.
Help them out. Connor, what are you seeing early in this game on both sides of the ball?
I'm seeing a great defensive game from both sides, and unfortunately right now Lexington's just making a couple more mistakes, especially on the special team side. But I think overall both defenses are doing fantastic, and they're doing their job, which is great to see.
Absolutely. And I think Newton South has come out with a bit more bite than Lexington was expecting. Lexington won big, 28-6 earlier last year, early in the season. But it seems like Newton South is out to avenge that loss. And Lexington has made their mistakes, but Newton South has been there to capitalize. Recovering that muffed opening kickoff and making a
Looks
nice
like the
recovery.
player's okay, which is great to see.
Great to see.
You can see it's number 20, Jared Mee, who is down on the ground.
Yeah. An important senior running back for them. Let's see who they'll bring in instead. Seems like it's number 44. That is Gavin Abiati.
Again, with that 4 wide receiver set, Newton South.
Yeah, trips to the left of the quarterback. The running backs lined up in the backfield. Let's see what Nolan has in his bag here. Nolan takes a snap. He's looking left.
Quick pass
Bubble
out.
screen. Number 1. And he scores.
That is Breckett Schrier.
You have the captain making an instant impact this season. Newton South's opener.
It's a great design play right there by Newton South. Get the ball out of your quarterback's hands quickly and, set up some blockers for him to run forward and take it into the end zone. Nothing too complicated.
Absolutely. But it might have been that RPO game, which sets it up. It's kind of hard for Lexington to be able to defend that. They can't have numbers both in the trenches and out wide. Really great design there from Newton South.
It's James O'Connell who will be taking the extra point.
Yep, the senior kicker.
What I'm noticing from Newton South right now is they're really going to the pass game early. It's about 50-50 split between run and pass, which is great to see.
And the extra point it's good. I think he got a deflection there, but he still powered it through the uprights. And Newton South takes an early 7-0 lead. Let's see if Lexington can regroup here, sending out their offense. Quarterback Ethan Hatch. I'm curious to see if Coach John DeLuca will let him air him out a little bit more in this drive now that they're down. We saw him give a quick out, but it was only 2 yards, and then on third down when they were forced to throw another kind of short throw. Will they let him use his talent and kind of air it out here to playmakers like Amari Mao, or maybe try to scheme up those skill players in different ways, end arounds, bubble screens, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think Ethan's a great talent, but as Coach DeLuca said when we talked to him pregame, he mentioned that he wanted to get the ball out of his quarterback's hands early to let him get a feel for the game and be able to get some momentum under his belt.
Absolutely. Amari Mao and Jaden Waters back deep to return it.
I like this, though. They're going with 2 kickoff returners rather than 1 like last time.
See if they can field it. It's another pop kick.
Nice.
But Waters has it. He's returning it up the middle, and he has a seam up to the 30. Some solid starting field position for the Minutemen. That's kind of what you need for this young quarterback. Can you find plays in special teams, get stops on defense to kind of give him advantageous positions?
For sure. Looks like Lexington's making their way out to the field.
Quarterback Ethan Hatch. Can he move the offense?
Ayush Patel under center, number 56.
Freak athlete, number 33, Charlie O'Brien, split out to the quarterback's right.
I think he's a new player, didn't play last year. But
yeah, and they didn't have him available in the first game. He hadn't practiced enough to that point.
Handoff for
to Eli
Selski.
And a solid gain there. Maybe 2 or 3 yards for the running back.
It's a good start to the possession, or to the drive. You want to get positive yards and not get caught behind the chains. Sticks.
Yep, absolutely. Running back Eli Selski, he's got a lot of power to his game. He's able to break tackles.
Ethan Hatch once again under center with Selski to his behind. Amari out on the bottom of your screen against number 2. Jaden.
Hatch takes a snap. He's running to the right. Oh, he's got the edge. Great block from Amari. Solid cleanup for Newton South, but that's not a bad gain for Lexington. Getting their athletic quarterback out on the edge, able to use his legs.
I like that design right there. Allowed him to get to the edge. One more blocker, I think that could have went for a bigger gain, but
and they kind of used misdirection there. Running back Eli Selski pretending like he was taking the taking the run to the left side, but then Ethan Hatch opening up almost like a zone read.
For sure.
Hatch runs to the sideline to get the call from Coach John DeLuca, calling the plays.
Selski once again in the backfield, but looks like...
Yep, they've got seemingly like a fullback, Alex Manson.
Yeah.
Will they use that to... Oh.
Looks like Amari.
That's a false start on Amari. He just kind of flinched there. I think he thought he was going in motion, perhaps, turned, and then they called the flinch.
Right in front of the referee, and that's an easy call for him to make. So now they're backed up another 5 yards.
And Lexington's made some mistakes here early, but it's early in the season, you know, not a ton of practice time. Of course, they'd love to execute, but I think it's hard to expect too much from in the mistake category.
Definitely. Now they'll be setting up for a 3rd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Hatch goes to the sideline to get the call. 3rd and 9 here. Will they let Hatch air it out? You'd love to see some explosive plays from the Lexington offense. Number 13 split out wide all the way to the quarterback's right. Selski in the backfield. Hatch takes a snap. He's looking, and they got him down. The O-line could not hold up there, but a fierce pass rush from the Lions here early.
Great pass rush right there by Newton South on 3rd down. You know, they're expecting the pass, but they still bring, you know, the little bit of blitz anyways, and they were able to make the most of it and bring the quarterback down for a loss of yards, forcing a punt.
And here comes Amari Mao to kick it away. For Newton South, number 17, Jeremiah Balcom is back deep to return, and
looks like a timeout will be called.
I think Newton South timeout. Didn't have the right personnel on the field, maybe.
A little bit of a struggle on the first 2 possessions for Lexington, definitely on offense. But as Ben said, you know, first couple games.
What do you want to see them? What do you want to see more out of their offense going forward in this game? What can they do to open up space?
You know, maybe a couple screen plays, get a couple completions for the receivers. You know, make them more of a threat so then they can open up the run game. But right now it's just Newton South. You know, I don't think Lexington's making any crucial mistakes on the offensive end. It's just Newton South right now is just playing a little bit better.
And simply cleaning up those small mistakes. You know, just that false start on offense. You know, not a huge mistake, but it does set them back a couple more yards, making 3rd down more difficult, having to drop back and pass. And here's Amari Mao to kick it away. Number 17, Jeremiah Balcom, back deep to return. And it's another high snap, but Amari catches it. Short punt, but he gets a nice Lexington bounce roll down to about the 43-yard line. You know, good field position for Newton South, but Lexington at least does get to flip the field a little bit.
Yep. 2 high snaps in a row, you know. As Ben said, these are some of the things that they need to clean up. Things that might seem small, but definitely make an impact. That could have been, you know, maybe 10 yards longer for them.
Yeah.
Start Newton South a little farther back, but this Lexington defense has been doing great, so hopefully they can.
Incredibly athletic play from Amari. You know, it was another high snap, but he caught it and was able to kick it away for at least, you know, 30 yards. Big play by Amari.
For sure.
Here comes Jack Nolan again. Jared Mee still not on the field, getting tended to by the trainer.
It'll be Gavin Abiata again in the backfield with Jack Nolan under center.
And
looks like maybe a disagreement on the sideline for Newton South with the ref.
Yep.
Something with the ball, it seems.
Here's Newton South set up at the 43-yard line. Nolan takes a snap, play action, and he throws a screen pass. Number 18, and a solid
those are
pickup.
Plays I wanted to see from Lexington. You know, screen pass with a blocker ahead, and get your receiver some positive yards.
Yeah, and that's wideout Noah Pytel on the screen catch and run for about 8 yards there. solid pickup on first down. That seemed like the RPO game again, and that's really just tough to defend, Connor, when you're having to, send guys to the middle to stop up the run, but then you also have guys on the outsides, and it's just hard to have enough defenders in all spaces. Great play design.
Lexington with some
no one takes a
inside
snap.
leverage.
Oh, and he fumbled the ball. Does Lexington have it?
Lexington has it.
And they do.
That's Mateo Gomes,
Big
the captain.
Mateo Gomes.
Number 78 down there recovering that fumble in a huge turn of events for Lexington.
Turnaround. Wow, what a play by Lexington.
You know, now they get great field position around midfield, and they were able to stop Newton South, and hopefully they can get some points on the board here. But that was a great play by Gomes and the entire defense.
To ref the ball out, absolutely. And now that Lexington finally has some really favorable field position, can they scheme up some plays just to at least maybe get in field goal range, get some points on the board?
I'm really liking the Lexington defense right now. You know, they've been stuck in some hard positions, but for the most part, they've been able to bail out their team and get some stops.
Absolutely, they've been incredibly stout. And
looks like it's
kind of the wing T formation here for Lexington. Hand off to number 33 up the middle, maybe 3 yards gain. Oh, excuse me, number 23. That's Tiandre Warren-Stevens.
Bit of an interesting play design right there. You know, they didn't have everyone outside, but little pitch and tons of blockers inside for a nice pickup of 2 yards on first down. Anything positive we'll take.
Absolutely. And they come out in the wing T formation once again, perhaps kind of reverting to this unique
maybe they'll do
style.
Something different out of it this time.
Alex
though.
Manson, the fullback, and it's sweep to
idea.
Amari.
Oh, he's able to get outside.
Amari down the sideline. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Lexington.
Amari Mao, the explosive receiver with a great play.
And you love to see Coach Luca scheming up the unique type of offense to get his playmaker with the ball in his hands.
I mean, that's just a fantastic play by Amari. He broke a tackle and was able to get outside and use his speed that no one can keep up to be able to get down about 45 yards and score a touchdown right there.
Absolutely, and you've been waiting for his electric speed to just kind of burst on the screen.
Momentum back on Lexington's side. You know, they force a fumble and they get an explosive play on offense. Not much more you can ask for out of Lexington right now.
Absolutely.
Coach is pumped.
Lexington seems like they're going for 2 here. Will they come out in that same formation? And they do. That's Hatch under center. He's got Manson behind him with Amari Mao and Tiandre Warren-Stevens. And they kind of just push it up the middle. Did they get enough push? And they're in.
They're in.
Great push up front by those big boys, the offensive linemen.
It's a great play right there. He was able to continue to turn his legs for those extra yards and cross the pylons.
Absolutely, and big Ayush Patel is hyped.
Lexington will take an 8-7 lead with 54 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
You love to see the combination on those 2 plays. You know, on the touchdown, you get Amari out in space, the fast playmaker, and then on the 2-point conversion, you show some of that power up front.
Yeah.
And Coach DeLuca, when we talked to him, preached about his identity that he wanted to imprint on this team of physicality and intensity, and that's what they showed on that drive and conversion there. Can they keep the momentum?
Amari's definitely going to be one of those players you have to watch out for, because if he gets any bit of space, he's going to be able to turn that into big yards, and that's what he did right there.
Absolutely. The senior captain is truly just electric.
That's 3 great plays in a row for Lexington, though. It builds a ton of momentum. They get the fumble, the big play, and then they get the 2-point with the strong offensive line push. Everyone putting in their part to put Lexington up by 1 right now.
Absolutely. And it seems like Amari will be set to kick it away. Back deep to receive is Jaden Alves Armstrong and Jeremiah Balcom, the punt receiver as well.
Amari will kick it off.
He's really doing it all, kind of that Travis Hunter, Jabril Peppers type of vibe.
Oh,
he bumped it. Oh, but they recover it. Number 7 dropping it, but you love to see his teammate, Jaden Alves Armstrong, there to clean up mistakes. That's what teamwork is all about.
Yep. It's also the usefulness of having two returners back there, as they're able to clean up each other's mistakes if one fumbles. or mishandles the kick.
Yep, absolutely.
Lexington's defense has been very stout, as Ben mentioned, and hopefully it can keep that up right here and get another stop and get Lexington's offense back on the field to make another set of great plays.
They've been athletic, they're flying around, and they've been stout up front. Really all you can ask for, given the starting field positions we've seen here early. Big linebacker Alex Manson has been commanding up front. That's another guy Coach John DeLuca had a lot of praise for, the captain, showing his leadership on the defense. Nolan back to take the snap, and he hands it off. And a solid gain there on first down. That's number 44, Gavin Abiati, the senior running back.
Still don't see Jared Mead, number 20 out there, still down, getting treated on the side. Hopefully he can get back out during this game, because that's a big piece for Newton South.
Absolutely. And that's that next man up mentality for Abiati there.
For sure.
It'll be 2nd and 6, solid pickup on first down. Really, the whole playbook is open here.
Looks like maybe a little bit of confusion or...
Yeah, the game clock is running down 7-6, and they might just take this to the end of the first quarter, Connor.
Yep, I think that would be the smart play for them.
Well, going into the second quarter, Lexington has an 8-7 lead and some momentum. We'll step aside here and be back in a few.
This game is presented by LexMedia, giving Lexington athletes their moment under the lights. We're proud to showcase high school sports and celebrate the hard work, dedication, and community spirit of all of our student athletes. Whether it's football, basketball, or beyond, LexMedia is here to bring the action home to you. Find us on cable, streaming online, or at lexmedia.org. LexMedia, channeling the vision.
And we welcome you back to Harold Crumb Field. Lexington on defense. Jack Nolan back to take the snap. And they've got a new running back in the game. Seems like it's number 27, Tegan Quirk. And the guy in motion.
It's an outside play.
Number 17.
Solid
pickup. Yeah. You love to see Lexington's defense flying out to tackle the ball carrier, Jeremiah Balcom. The motion can be confusing sometimes, but it seems like their linebackers and DBs flew out there to make the stop.
Yep, they were able to get through some of those blockers by Newton South, and
just a gain of 3, and now they'll set up 3rd and 3. And Newton South backed up in their own territory. Seems like a stop here would warrant a punt for the Lions.
Crucial down right now for both teams. Big momentum shift. Whoever can convert or get a stop.
Yeah, can Lexington keep it going after they kind of had the fumble and the quick touchdown off that. Nolan takes a snap. He hands it off.
Handoff.
Quirk.
Nice.
And he's swallowed up. Great play in the defensive line. Alex Manson cleaned it up.
Looks like he wanted to cut up middle right there, but number 7 for Lexington, Eddie Yan, was able to, force him to try to cut back outside, whereas the other teammates were there to help him out.
And Newton South does bring on the punt team here.
Yeah, that's obviously a smart play for them as they're backed up to their own 31-yard line. So going for it would give Lexington too great of a field position.
I don't see Lexington have anybody deep here. Are they worried about a potential fake, perhaps? Or they just don't want to put anyone deep? Maybe they don't trust.
There's
they're worried about a punt.
timeout from Lexington.
Lexington seeming like they're not organized.
Looks like they thought maybe they were going for that 4th and 3, but clearly just miscommunication right there, which is fine. Take a timeout, regroup, figure out, and then make sure everything on special teams goes smoothly so you can get the offense back out there.
Connor, what are you seeing kind of like that helped Lexington turn the momentum in the early
I think it starts with the defense for sure. They've been, a couple bad special teams plays early, and the defense has been able to hold their own against Newton South's offense. And that defense, pumps up the offense and allows for them to make big plays. But, it all starts with the defense. And right now they just got hopefully they get another stop right here.
Yep. And this time Lexington does send out Amari Mao deep to receive it. We'll see if he can catch it in there and make another big play. He's explosive.
Yeah, he had a big return against
Brookline early.
last game.
Really, their only spark in the 27-10 loss, but he did have a 98-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Yeah,
and
so he can definitely make those plays.
Yeah, but he's only about 25 yards deep, and it's a short punt.
Short and high right there.
Want to make sure Lexington doesn't love it. And a Lexington bounce
nice.
All the way up to the 42-yard line, fielded by number 55.
Lexington will start with the ball around Newton South's 43-yard line.
And another favorable field position. That's what they had last time they scored. Amari did break it big, but it seems like it was kind of set up by the momentum of the fumble. And now they've continued that momentum, getting a stop and more favorable field position.
Yeah, if I'm Lexington, I'm going to try to establish the run game and then eventually try to get Amari on the outside and see if he can make a big play.
Just make it easy for the young QB, Ethan Hatch.
Yeah, maybe a couple of short passes.
And they come out in that wing T formation again. Once again, it's
been
Mao,
successful, so
Manson, and Stevens.
Never know who it's going to out of those three players.
Hatch under center. Giving a check to all of his players, the line in particular. Hatch takes a snap.
It's going to Mao
pitch to
again.
Amari up the middle. Little to no gain there, maybe perhaps 1 yard. But they still can't bring him down. Physicality after the play. Amari's tough to bring down. Getting a little.
Refs making sure that nothing happens.
Yeah, just a little chippy. It's the game of football. It's a physical game. You love to see it.
Yeah. Emotional and intense game from both sides.
Yeah,
they want to fight for their school.
These players have been waiting all week, all summer even too. It's Newton South's first game. Lexington had their scrimmages and then their first game against Brookline, but the anticipation for this game is high. Still with the big boys up front. Hatch, Mao, Stevens, and Manson. And it's a sweep to Stevens.
Nothing
and
there.
Swallowed up. Seems like he never really got the chance to get on the outside and break it big.
Newton South's seen this play multiple times, so it seems like they're really starting to figure out and be able to get past the offensive line and get into that backfield for stop for short yards or even loss of yards.
And that'll set up 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. Will they come out in that same formation again? It seems like it's tough to pick up such a big gain unless you can kind of scheme up big playmakers like Amari to get open. But they do. They are on the wing tee again.
It's an interesting play here, especially if they have to pick up 8. Maybe they're playing for 4th down, actually.
Old school style. Amari up the middle.
Oh,
he cuts. He breaks outside.
Breaks another tackle.
Amari.
And he breaks another.
Touchdown, Amari Mao. What an incredible play. Breaking multiple tackles. It didn't seem like much was open up the middle, but he made a cut. Another cut. Broke a tackle.
I think he broke, 4 tackles right there?
Yeah, that was absolutely wild to see.
Again, just another great individual play right there. Obviously the blockers help, but, running on 3rd and 8 is not always the greatest idea, but when you have Amari in that backfield, you're able to do things that you might not be able to always do.
Absolutely, and Amari kind of putting the team on his back here early.
Those are some insane, tackle breaks right there. He broke a first one and then was able to stay on his feet and stay balanced for some of the other ones.
Yeah,
quite impressive.
He's a challenge that doesn't come around very often. Hatch under center again. Are they going to try that kind of QB sneak? And it's Stevens up the middle.
Nothing.
Seems like Newton South got the stop. Still 14-7, so Lexington up a full touchdown.
Yeah, they converted the first one, so they didn't get this one.
Yeah.
So they were able to get 6 or 7 on average per touchdown. So now they're up 7, and they're going to put the pressure back on Newton, see what they can do.
And the earnest is now on Newton South's coaches to kind of come up with an answer for this wing tee offense. It seems like they had him pinned back there on 3rd and 8, but so far they've had no answer for Amari's speed on the outside. Can they keep him contained?
I think Newton South's definitely going to have to do something to address about that if they want a chance in this game.
Absolutely.
They had the big blow early with, a muff punt or a muff kickoff by Lexington, and they were able to score a touchdown off that. But ever since, it's been all Lexington right now.
Yeah, and 2 muffed kicks early in this game. Maybe perhaps another swing play here on the kickoff. Will Newton South be able to field it cleanly? Once again, Jaden Alves-Armstrong and Jeremiah Balcom back deep to receive it. But they're pretty far up at about the 15 or so. And a solid pop kick by Marty. And it is fielded. That's Armstrong. Alves-Armstrong breaks it. And really solid return there. Sets him up with great field possession at about the 44-yard line.
Yep, great return right there by Jaden Alves-Armstrong.
Yeah, and this time Newton South was able to take advantage of Lexington's kicking game. But Lexington's defense has been stout so far. You know, they let in the touchdown, but that was when they were already backed up. Can they get a stop and get that ball back to the offense? And they'll try out Jack Nolan once again. He's been solid, but hasn't made any back-breaking plays for Lexington. So, what we see.
Jared Mee still not available for Newton South over here on the bench for them.
Seems kind of frustrated. You know, you never want to see an injury, especially early in the season.
Especially when he knows he can make an impact to this game and help his team out.
Big senior leader there. Will they let Jack Nolan kind of air it out here? It seems like the running game has been largely kept in check by the Lexington front 7. And that's Quirk in the backfield. Takes
big hit.
Hand up. Wow, big hit. Who is that?
That's number 7 for Lexington, Caden Mason. No.
Eddie Yan. That's Eddie Yan.
Eddie Yan.
Great big hit. And we haven't seen number 44 in the backfield, Gavin Abbiati, for a bit. So maybe they're going with Quirk for a bit of a change of pace, trying to spur this Newton South offense to get going. Four wide receivers split out to both sides. No one takes a snap. Is looking
to pass.
Looking deep.
That's a pick.
Oh, and it's picked off. Wow, what a play. That's number 12, Jaden Waters, using his length, shielding the offensive player and coming up with a huge interception for Lexington.
It's an overthrown ball right there by Jack Nolan. He wasn't able to get to his receiver, but great job by the DB to be able to pick that one off.
Yeah, Jaden Waters, wow.
Jaden Alves-Armstrong looked like he wanted a flag after that play, but I'm not sure if I saw really much at all. Just a great play right there.
Yeah, hand fighting on both sides to be sure.
Just an overthrown ball, and the receiver just couldn't get past him.
Yeah, and he wasn't really open. It seems like Lexington had most of the downfield throws covered there, not fooled by any kind of...
I think Nolan was looking for Armstrong to maybe get by his man and make a play on the ball, but it just never happened. Great play by Waters.
Lexington in the wing tee once again.
They're going to stick with what's been successful and what's been working.
And it's Stevens running left.
Outside.
Oh, he's got room. Oh, he breaks it big at the 50. Great block by Amari, 40, 30. And they finally got him wrapped up.
Another huge play out of this wing T formation, as Ben been saying.
Good tackle by number 9, the senior Alvin Wright, but Keandre Warren Stevens, huge play.
Newton South has been seeing this play over and over, and it just seems like they still have no answer.
Yeah, that sweep, it still kind of has the option to, break it outside.
They're able to go inside, to the right, to the left. There's just so many options out of it. But
absolutely.
Newton South knows they're going to run it. They just don't know which way. And looks like they're going to go right back to it.
Yep. Keandre Warren Stevens exhibiting his
We didn't see much of this the first drive by Lexington, but ever since they've been very successful.
Amari on the sweep. He's got the edge again. Amari running to the corner.
Fumble.
Oh, he fumbled the ball. And it's recovered by the Newton South Lions at seems like the 1-yard line. Oh my gosh. Wow, Lexington on the verge of going up 2 scores. But it seems like...
there's just another 30-yard pickup right there by that play and Amari Mao, but just unfortunate near the pylon. He was trying to dive in for it and just lost control the
And
ball.
Newton South's defense and Lexington's offense are both still out there. Bit of confusion on what's going on. One ref seems to be pointing in Newton South. Oh, it's first and goal for Lexington.
Newton South is convinced they have the ball.
Yeah, but it seems like Mari must have stepped out of bounds before he dropped it. A lucky break for Lexington, but can they capitalize and punch it in here to go up 2 scores? The offense has really started churning in this wing T set.
For sure.
Although there seems to be an injury on the sideline. Can't see quite who it is.
I think that is Amari.
Is that Amari? Yeah. Well, Lexington really can't afford to lose him. And they replace him in the backfield with number 13.
Looks like they're stretching him out. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Hatch takes a snap as a QB sneak. And he's got it.
He's
Touchdown, Lexington. Really powerful push from those big boys up front. And Ethan Hatch uses his legs to punch it in for Lexington.
Yep, Lexington style. I think they're going to stick to the run or go for 2.
Yeah, and Coach DeLuca, when we talked to him, he really just preached his identity of intensity and execution. And it seems like the offensive line has been able to deliver that. Yeah. After a slow start, they really picked it up here.
But it looks like they're getting a lot of positive yards in almost all of their possession or all of their snaps, which is really great to see. As last year, you know, they had a lot of times where they would get stuffed for maybe -4, -5 yards behind the lines.
And they'll go for 2 once again in the wing T. Will they see one of those sweep plays again? It's a sweep to Stevens up the middle. I don't think he's got it. Stopped by the stout Newton South defensive line.
Newton South seems like they figured out the 2-point strategy from Lexington, but still no answer in terms of the actual drive.
Seems like they're more able to stop them when they're kind of down close.
Yeah, pack a lot of players in. But you know,
although it is a little bit surprising that Newton South doesn't stack the backs a little more. It seems like there's a little passing threat off of that formation.
Yeah, I feel like they should definitely focus on the outside, as I don't see Lexington much of a threat trying to go up the middle. They've only with that wing T formation, I've only really seen them maybe get 2-3 yards, whereas outside they're getting 30, 40, even 50 yards from that big touchdown from Amari earlier. But, you know, if I'm Newton South, I'm committed to the outsides, especially when I see that formation.
Absolutely.
Make Lexington change it up. Because if they're able to just stay comfortable with this lead and just continue to go back to what's working, it's going to be a long night for Newton South.
Yeah, and shout out to the pep band here. We got a world-class pep band from the Lexington High School students coming to bring the spirit.
Ben used to be in that, weren't you?
Oh, yes. Played the trombone. But
great to see.
Yeah, Lexington will kick off here. Amari. No, it's not Amari. It's number 33, Charlie O'Brien. Another kind of do-it-all player. Kind of filling that Amari role.
Looks like Amari is standing up on the sideline, so that's great to see.
And a squib kick takes a hop, and Newton South fields it, but his knee was down.
I like that idea right there by Charlie. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but he was able to get the ball to where he wanted around the 30-yard line and, you know, give Lexington's defense some room to work with.
And it's always tough to kind of field those bouncing, rolling kicks. Puts Newton South in a tough spot, to be sure.
Sometimes when you kick it, it goes a little too high, not far enough, which we've seen a couple times from Newton South's kicker.
Charlie O'Brien imploring the fans to get loud here. And the Lexington crowd is getting pretty hyped up. Raucous environment here at Harold Crumb Field.
Mari still not on the field for Lexington.
Nolan is all alone. 5 men split out wide. And it made a motion. Number 9, excuse me. They throw the screen pass, but a great play by number 80, Cole Abseen, to tip the ball. Almost had a pick 6 there. But he completely read the quarterback there to break it up.
Yeah, great play. And
Cole Abseen, another senior leader. Been on the team for all 4 years. It seems like he's bringing that experience to his play. Well, Lexington's defense has been incredibly stout, not allowing much for the Newton South offense.
Yeah, especially for Armstrong, who's an explosive receiver for Newton South. But Jaden Waters made a great play on him earlier, and he continues to guard him up. It's a drop back.
Nolan looking deep on O'Brien, and incomplete. Great coverage there from O'Brien. He had outside leverage. Nolan led him to the inside, but really
a little bit too far inside for Nolan, and maybe slightly underthrown and wasn't able to get the ball the distance that he needed.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get their explosive playmaker, Jeremiah Balcom, really going yet.
I like that idea, though, you know. You see outside leverage, you lead him inside and allow him to try to make a play, but it was just slightly low and just didn't have enough distance.
Yeah, but Charlie O'Brien using his athleticism, stay very close to the receiver. And he'll set up 3rd and long here.
3rd and 10.
Can Lexington get off the field once again? 5 split out wide once again. 3 to his right. Drops back to pass, drops deep. Oh, he's got a man
There's the
open.
pressure.
Oh, great
Swatted
play.
down.
Swatted down. That's number 11.
That's Armand Espa.
That's Armand Espa. Absolute straps there for Armand. You know, he was playing like a linebacker position, but he got out there to read. The kind of tight end seemed to be kind of releasing from his block to get open. Could have been a dangerous play for the Newton South Lions, but
I think what forced that right there is, you know, they made him get the ball out and try to force something to happen, which allowed Armand to make that play, but the pressure was able to get to the QB as, you know,
yeah, very
they
smart
set
play.
a lot of receivers out.
Smart play by Espa. Oh, and Amari's back deep to return, back in the game.
Great to see for Lexington.
Yeah.
Big player for him.
Great
Big
relief.
play for them.
Amari standing at the 45-yard line. Can they get up some advantageous field position once again? Number 65, the punter. And it's a high kick. Got to get out of the way. And
Amari's
the
just
Newton
not going
South
to
guy
touch
touched it.
Smart idea.
Not a bad punt for number 65, Joshua Setboon. But
Lexington will start with the ball at the 47-yard line, and with 6:45 left until the end of the first half, let's see if they can make another play and, you know, go up 3 scores.
yeah, incredible momentum here for Lexington. They got to keep it rolling into halftime. Can they build this lead that kind of demoralizes Newton South sideline and prevents them from making a crazy comeback? They come out in that wing T formation behind the big boys up front. James Mowring, Ayush Patel. They've been moving those big defensive linemen for Newton South.
You can see the outsides are stacked right now for Newton South. They're prepared for anything.
Miscommunication, Amari gets it and he's swallowed up. Still on his feet. Seems like that didn't happen the way Lexington wanted it to.
Newton South definitely have adjusted. As earlier, you know, they had a lot of people inside the hashes, you know, looking for an inside run. But now they're, you know, they're aware that they're trying to go outside, so they're stacking 2-3 DBs on each side. Round 2 DBs.
That seems like another miscue for Lexington. Can they clean that up?
James Moore trying to puppet the team, make sure they execute as DeLuca wants them.
And Ethan Hatch hasn't been given the opportunity to show off his arm too much, but he's been a commanding leader for the offense, leading them to success, and that's really all you can ask for the young QB.
Yep, you know, he's led his team to go up 20-7, so.
Yep. Under center once again. And it's Amari on the sweep. Oh, he's got the edge again! He's got space, Amari at the 40, the 30, and he's running out of bounds at the 20. Seems like he kind of just walked out of bounds there. What a play by Amari. And a great play by the right tackle to seal him.
I'd imagine that Newton South's coaching staff is just stunned that this play just keeps getting them over and over. It's the same concept outside every single time. But great blockers right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lexington continue to take advantage. You know, just give them what they take. Take what the defense gives you. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Great quote by Benjamin Noble. Looks like Amari will take a rest for a snap.
Yep, number 13 coming in the backfield once again.
Now they're packing the inside.
And the QB sneak up the middle. Hatch has it. Solid push from the offensive line. Love to see the physicality there. That's a solid pickup there.
3-4 yards maybe. 3 yards.
2nd and 7.
Lexington, Ethan Hatch will come out, you know, with the play call from his coach and try to set up his team for success. Looks like Amari will still be out of the game.
Hatch back under center. And they run it to the left. Oh, Stevens has some space. Solid pickup there on second down.
Now it'll be a 3rd and short for Lexington. Not much you've seen. We haven't seen many 3rd and shorts for Lexington. A couple 3rd and longs early, but I'm interested to see what they go to try to pick up these 2-3 yards right here.
Yeah, and that kind of that Service Academy philosophy. You know, you got to stay on schedule, and that's what Lexington has done in the series. Can they pick up the first down here on 3rd down? That about the 13-yard line. Can they punch it in once again? Building kind of a big lead here.
Ayush Patel to snap the ball. Looks like Alex Manson's in the backfield with Hatch along with some others.
Yeah, the lead, great big lead. Oh, play action. Number 87.
Open.
Big man, touchdown. And they've been scheming that up all game. They've been running the same play, but when Noon South finally commits, they run the play action. Wide open touchdown there for number 87.
That is a genius design right there. I mean, you cannot ask for much better. You've been running the ball inside. They set up in the same formation, except this time they send a tight end, number 87, out. And instead of handing it off, they trick all the defenders. Wide open pass for Ethan Hatch, and build some confidence for the young quarterback, as Ben said earlier.
Absolutely, and it
perfectly placed ball too.
Yeah, an easy throw, but it was accurate, yeah. right in the catch zone.
And that's what Coach DeLuca said in a pregame interview. He was talking about establishing the run and then be able to, set up some play action plays for his young quarterback, Ethan Hatch. And they'll go for 2
once
again.
Make it easy on him. Sweep to Stevens. He breaks it outside. Oh, breaks a tackle.
And he's in.
And he's in. Nice conversion. Wow, great effort by Tiandre Warren Stevens.
Yeah, last couple times they went right up the middle, so this time they bring it outside. And these little 3-back sets have been doing really well for Lexington, as they're they're threatening the inside round and then both left and right sweeps.
Yeah, and Amari Mount's been the star, but Tiandre Warren Stevens has been absolutely solid for them too. He picked up a big gain earlier.
Yeah,
for
he
about 40
definitely had a big
yards.
gain for probably about 40 yards earlier when they were driving down, and then just picked up that 2-point right there. So it's just a team contribution right now. And then obviously you can't forget about the blockers, which are the ones who allow all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. After that slow start, Lexington buying into Coach DeLuca's philosophy, showing their physicality in that kind of military service style running game up front.
It'll be Lexington to kick off to Newton South, getting a little bit of extra coaching from their coaching staff.
Although Amari was back in the game on that offensive set, Charlie O'Brien will kick it deep, trying to save Amari's legs. Doesn't seem like a big duty for him.
Yep, definitely has to do a lot for the team, so
give him a rest here.
Yeah, as much as you can give him a rest, you want to do that. We have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left until halftime, folks.
Been a somewhat dominant performance ever since the first muffed kickoff for Lexington. O'Brien, squib kick, takes an awkward hop, but Alvis Armstrong fields it and he cuts up the middle.
Nice tackle there.
Nice tackle by
teamwork of Eddie Yan and Alex Manson make that tackle.
But solid field position for Newton South Lions here. Can they get their offense going? Yeah.
Can they create a scoring drive going into halftime? Maybe build a little momentum to try to mount to this comeback.
That'd be huge for Newton.
Down 21 is definitely a lead that's hard to make up, but it's definitely possible.
Yep.
You got to do it drive by drive. Get a stop, score, and eventually you're back into that game. But
and it's big that Jack Nolan
start right here.
Jack Nolan needs to shake off that last interception.
Yep. I like to see him establish maybe the run game. They haven't done much of that, and it hasn't been that successful.
Yeah, but definitely tough sledding when you're going up against James Mowring. Number 44 takes the snap, Gavin Abiati, but he's swallowed up for no gain.
Still filling in for Jared Mee. But nice 2-yard pickup for him. Call it actually more like a 1.
Yep. Gavin Abiati and Tegan Quirk, have been a solid 1-2 punch filling in for Jared Mee. But Lexington's defense has kept them largely in check. The blocking not really getting much up front. It'll be trips to the quarterback's right. Abiati in the backfield. Nolan ready to take the snap. Nolan has it, rolls to his right, the rollout pass. And it's picked off. What a read, Charlie O'Brien.
Those are one of those throws you just cannot make. You're throwing it at two people, that you have two receivers about in the same area, but then that also means two DBs are right there. You know, He's trying to throw it to the edge. The receiver maybe had a little bit of a lead, but it was throwing a little behind him.
And O'Brien really just ran the receiver's route there for him.
Yeah.
And he is absolutely hyped, getting his teammates and the crowd into
able to
this
keep
game.
his feet in, too, which is a great play right there by Charlie O'Brien.
Yeah, the receiver might have even had a step, but...
Talked about mounting this comeback. That is not one way you wanted to start it.
Yeah, and can Lexington really just pour it on here at the end of the second half? 2:50 to go.
Newton South needs to stop here and then, you know, maybe go into halftime as they start with ball. And maybe start, you know, make a couple adjustments to that defense to be able to stop some of these sweeps. But then on the offensive end, they need to make something happen.
Yeah, if they come back out in the wing tee, it's Amari, Manson, and Stevens once again.
2 minutes and 50 left in the first half.
It's Amari. He cuts it up the middle. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard for Amari, a yard and a half. But that his really just his explosiveness. He has the option to cut outside or cut it back up the middle, and he's scored on. He's had big gains on both those plays. So.
Yep, great job by Amari so far, and then you know Ethan being a great leader, setting up the plays and making sure his teammates execute.
Absolutely, and a great push again from this Lexington O-line.
I'm really liking the new coaching staff. You know, we haven't seen many of these plays or this type of formation before in previous years, but it seemed very successful for Lexington, definitely in this game.
And a sweep to Jalen Warren Stevens. Stout defense from the Newton South Warren lines. Not much doing there. Stevens swat up in the backfield.
Seems like Newton South's being able to get a hang of the inside runs, but the outside's been killing them for them.
Yeah, but it seems like they made some adjustments here, containing the edge.
You would think they made some adjustments after seeing it, you know, 12, 13 times now, but.
Yeah. Well, third and 8 here. Lexington did not stay on schedule this series. Will they come out with something different or run that sweep once again?
Looks like they're going right back to it.
Yep.
Last time it was 3rd and 8. They were able to get a touchdown.
Maybe they whip out the play action, try to break it big.
No.
And another sweep to Jalen Warren Stevens, but he got the edge. And a big, solid gain. He's right about at the line. Will they spot him? Seems like he just spotted just short of the line this game.
Yep, they're going to say he's just short. It's going to be a 4th and very short, maybe a yard, maybe an inch. Yeah, it looks like a yard.
And
maybe an official timeout.
Yeah, timeout Lexington here. You know, it's crucial that they convert here, build on their lead heading into halftime.
Yeah, I like that play call, you know. Couple 3rd and 8s, and both times they've gone back to that sweep. And that's all we've really seen from Lexington. But as Ben said earlier, there's no point in trying to fix what's not broken.
Yeah, perhaps Newton South on that play was kind of expecting one of those, some misdirection, maybe play action, something varying from what Lexington has been doing. But then Lexington just ran that sweep again, and they picked up a solid gain, setting up a 4th and short that hopefully they can convert.
Yeah, Lexington's definitely not afraid to go back to the same thing, even if Newton South's, you know, they're anticipating it. Lexington just knows they can get the blocks and.
Yeah, it seems like Coach DeLuca is all about establishing identity and not letting the defense dictate what they do.
And that play action also earlier for the touchdown makes them, you know, have to stay a little bit on their feet.
Toes, yeah.
Yeah, keep on their toes. They can't solely commit to the run.
Hatch under center.
Maybe a QB sneak here.
Same 3 guys behind him. Giving a check to his line. New South absolutely stacking the box.
Wouldn't be surprised if
Hatch, QB sneak, and I think he's got it. I think he's got it. He had a solid push up front. The ref from the
both sides arguing their way.
Yeah, ref from the far side of the field seemed like he ran in beyond the sticks, and Hatch going to the sideline.
Looks like they're going to call it short. Yeah, it's going to be Newton South ball, and that's a great stand by the defense. You know, only 57 seconds left, but you never know. They might be able to put something on the board with an explosive play. But if they could even get some momentum, that'd be great for them going into halftime.
Yeah, hopefully Lexington can just get off the field here. Not too much time. Maybe some prevent defense.
Not sure if they go to the prevent quite yet, but.
Yeah, sure, you never want to go into turtle mode. Well, halftime is fast approaching. Seem to be dropping into a cover 3 look. Those 3 guys deep, number 6.
One safety high.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's
Gonna
cover
be a
3.
pass. Nice
he's got a man
blocking right
deep,
there.
but Nolan will look to scramble. And a solid cleanup by Mason. Really disciplined defense there. I saw.
Oh, Manson looks like to be limping. That's not a great sign if you're Lexington.
Yeah. Hopefully he's okay. Staying on he's up on his feet. He's staying on the field. It's a physical game, but yeah, you never want to. You know, they're up big. You don't want to have any long-term injuries.
Nolan saw something downfield, but just throwing that pick early, maybe he was a little hesitant.
Yeah.
You know, got baited by those DBs, and
you can't blame him too much. That Lexington pass rush got to him pretty fast. You know,
for sure. Yeah.
Might have been hit on the throw or something like that.
Yeah, DB's definitely doing their job right now. You know, making the quarterback hesitate with his throws.
Lexington showing one high safety.
Drop
it's cover one man. And seems like number 10, Emmett Schreier, was kind of open there.
Decent route right there. Come back, and he's able to get a little bit of space. Just ball thrown out of bounds, a little to the right of him.
But DB Caden Mason kind of disrupted the timing there.
Yeah.
Good defense by Lexington. And just 41 seconds here. It's 3rd and 5. You know, New South really got to convert here. They don't want to have to give the ball back to Lexington. You know, they got those explosive playmakers: Charlie O'Brien, Amari Mao, even Caden and Warren Stevens. Excuse me, Tiandre Warren Stevens. Nolan drops back.
Drop back.
Oh, good pass rush. Rolls to his left, and he's got a man. It's caught. Big gain. New South
running.
All the way down to 30. Clock is running.
It's a great play right there. He was able to roll out and then throw off his.
And the man's down.
Scrambling to the left as a righty quarterback is definitely difficult.
I believe that was Beckett Schreier. Senior captain. You never want to see.
Never want to see someone down, but it does stop the clock for Newton South, so not the end of the world.
That's a good point,
if he's able to get back
wow.
up. But, you know, regardless, that was a great play and something you wanted to see if you want to build some momentum going into halftime for Newton South.
Yeah. Another timeout. Newton South will have to spend a timeout, it seems, for their injury. Ball on the 30, though. Not sure they're in field goal range quite yet. It seems like on their first drive they were
hesitant to kick.
Yeah. But maybe one more chunk play, they'll either be in field goal range or be able to punch it in for the touchdown. But the Lexington crowd has been in high spirits. The pep band has really kept the crowd going, and I think that's played a part in Lexington's success here in the first half.
30 seconds remaining for Newton South. Maybe they can make something work. But if you're Lexington, you want to get off this field and go into half with a 21-point lead. You know, never can be mad with that.
Yep. Jaden Mee still on the bench, frustrated that he's not able to join his teammates and help the cause. Well, Lexington's defense has been stout so far, and maybe they can just get off the field one more time, keep that 21-point lead heading into halftime. The player is still down, maybe more than just a cramp. You hate to see it. Player safety really does come first.
For sure. Football's very aggressive sport, and it's part of the game sometimes, but you never want to see that.
That is senior captain Beckett Schreier. You never want to see a player go down, but especially a senior leader. Yeah, senior captain leader. Still down on the field, tended to by the Newton South trainers. Both teams are back on the field, ready to go whenever play can be resumed.
Yep, you can see him around by the 30-yard line marker, just down in the field. Looks like they're trying to stretch out his legs. And
not sure exactly what it is, because it seems like just a cramp would be able to get back up on his feet. I don't know. I really hope it's not anything too serious. You know, Newton South's got a long season ahead of them. They need all their players, including Schreier.
Getting dark, making up for a great Thursday night football game.
Absolutely.
Lights are bright. Fans are definitely supporting out here.
Yeah, great environment here at Harold Crumb Field. You know, you have young players playing games like jackpot over on the side. Kind of a cookout and concessions. You know, great environment, and Newton South will send their defense back to their offense back to the coaching.
He's still down. Athletic trainer is trying to help him up. And it looks like he's
back
up
on his feet. Beckett Shearer getting applause from the audience. Goes off to the Lexington bench.
Yep. You know, sometimes when you're that injured, you're just trying to get off the field. You know, not cross the entire field to get back to your sideline. Allow resume of play. They will be on Lexington's 30-yard line, 1st and 10, with 30 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's Tegan Quirk in the backfield alongside Jack Nolan. 2 receivers split out to his right. Nolan takes the snap, looking to pass. Pass rush gets to him. Nolan breaks outside. And he stiff arms Manson, but Manson is there to clean it up. Great defense.
What a play by Manson right
great
there.
Open field tackling. You know, if he had got by him, it could have been a big gain.
Nolan tried to stiff arm, and Manson just refused to be able to.
Clock is stopped. Seems like Newton South spent another timeout.
2nd and 14, loss of 4 yards right there. Great play by Manson in the backfield too.
And it seems like Newton South still has.
Take him down.
This will only be their first timeout. They weren't forced to spend one on the injury. It was a serious injury, of course. Hope Beckett Shearer is okay.
Pretty sure that's their last timeout.
Actually, it might be their last timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll get 3 new timeouts to start the second half.
Yeah, not really a big
Not
deal.
really a worry, yeah.
Although if they get tackled inbounds, might be a rush to get another snap off.
Maybe throw a couple of passes down for the end zone.
Yeah, it seems like you don't want to.
You don't want to let the clock run. So
yeah,
running the ball wouldn't be
nothing
ideal.
over the middle to get tackled in bounds.
Yep.
It seems like they've had opportunities for success when Jack Nolan gets out on the edge. He's able to use his arm in kind of a broken
right
play
there.
type
Lexington's
setting.
pass rush was able to get through and put pressure on him, and Manson was able to make a huge play and take him down. But if the line's able to hold up and he's allowed to get outside and find his receivers, that's when they've been most successful.
Yeah, 5 split out wide. Can they get those explosive receivers? Jaden Alves Armstrong and Jeremiah Balcom. Nolan backs
Outside
up
leverage.
He's got him number 24 deep, and it's caught. Touchdown. Jace coasted the sophomore. Electric play. He got inside of number 6, Jaden Waters.
You see right
Tough
there,
play.
Lexington was playing outside leverage, meaning they were guarding the perimeters as, they didn't want them to be able to throw a quick out and stop the clock and be able to make some more passes down the field. But right there, that was number 24, Jace Costin, who was able to make a great play and cut through the middle, or cut a little inside and be able to make a play. And then Jack Nolan, we've seen a couple struggles for him on the offensive end throwing the ball, but that's as great of a ball you can really ask for.
Yeah, that was an absolute dot.
Caught him in stride, and he was able to just walk right in, and the kicking team's out.
And the extra point is good.
One thing I noticed between the differences between these teams is Newton likes to stick to the traditional approach of going for the kick extra point, whereas Lexington really prefers to go for 2.
Yeah, it seems like Lexington has had to kind of implement those makeshift kickers, Amari Mao and Charlie O'Brien. I think their main kicker, Kean Millett, is out with a concussion. Yeah. But I
mean, it's been working for them. You know, they're 4 for 8 right now.
Yeah, it does put Newton South within 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Keeping it, that's a very manageable comeback.
Yeah, 2 for 4 and 2 points is not bad for Lexington.
Seems like Lexington. Yeah, seems like Lexington will just want to, take it to the half. Not much can happen in 11 plays. You do have a mark.
The worst
now.
thing that can happen is definitely another special teams muffed kickoff, but
just feel the kick.
It's been good ever since
feel
that
the kick
first
and head
one.
into halftime with this 2-touchdown league.
Yep. Overall, I think it's been a great game so far. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, really exciting. And, Lexington has been absolutely explosive on offense. They've been putting up a ton of points, 28 points. That's a huge first half output.
Yeah, we really haven't seen that many points out of Lexington.
Swift kick, and it's muffed, but easily recovered.
A little bit of
a little bit chippy here.
Chippy.
Just 6 seconds left. You think you'll probably see
Daniel's line.
Ethan Hatch just take a knee. That was number 90, Christian Brown, on the recovery. Nice play to not let it keep rolling.
Those new helmets have been a thing that I've been seeing more and more. Those Guardian caps.
Yeah. Player head safety,
Safety is the number one thing in football.
That's a big worry.
It's a great sport, but you don't want to get a concussion or.
That's a big worry here in high school youth football, concussions, and hopefully that
Haven't seen
technology
them much in
advancement.
in high school, but they've definitely been more prominent every year in the NFL
Yeah.
since they've came out.
Hopefully this new technology will keep the players safe.
And it looks like they'll just
Lexington
kneel it
is
out.
in that knee formation. So Hatch takes a knee, and that brings us to the end of the first half. Very solid performance from Lexington, up 2 touchdowns. Absolutely explosive on offense. And we'll take a break for about 10 minutes here. See you on the other side. That's all from LexMedia.
This game is presented by LexMedia, giving Lexington athletes their moment under the lights. We're proud to showcase high school sports and celebrate the hard work, dedication, and community spirit of all of our student athletes. Whether it's football, basketball, or beyond, LexMedia is here to bring the action home to you. Find us on cable, streaming online, or at lexmedia.org. LexMedia, channeling the vision.
Knight has hit here at Harold Crumb Field. Lexington to kick it away. Charlie O'Brien sends it deep. It's a squib, another squib kick, and a flag is thrown. Seems like someone might have been offside there on the kickoff.
Yep. It's definitely gotten a lot darker since about 10 minutes ago here in Lexington.
Yeah, I'd love to see that classic.
Dr. Harold Crumb Field.
Love to see that classic, high school football vibe.
Flag is down.
And
we're waiting to see what the ref tells.
Seems like they'll have to just move it back 5 yards, kick from the 35 here. So Newton South can slide up their return team a little bit, maybe get some good field position to open the first half. They built some momentum. They had the nice touchdown at that end of the first half. Coach DeLuca wants to see everyone onside execute the simple things like kickoffs. And another squib from O'Brien. Takes a bounce, but number 9 has it. Oh, it makes a cut.
Return.
Big return there.
Flag is down again.
That's number 9, Alvin Wright, the senior. He's shown some nice explosiveness on those big plays. It seems like that was a face mask on the defense there. Yeah, it's a penalty. That'll only move Newton South further up. Really advantageous field position. Maybe they can cut the lead down even more to 7. A lot of momentum here for Newton South, carrying over from the end of the first half. Not a great start to the second half, just like the start of the first half, but maybe Lexington will pick it up, just like in that parallel way.
Jack Nolan still under center for Newton South.
Number 44, Gavin Abiati. He gets the handoff, running right, and stop for little gain. Oh, player knocked down at the end. That's Abiati.
Another great run stop for Lexington right there.
2nd and 8. It's just a 2-yard gain. You've seen a lot of these 2nd and longs. Lexington's stout run defense, the defensive tackles up front, and big end, kind of that strong side end, James Mooring, able to keep them off schedule. It's been a big part of this turnaround from the start of the game to now for Lexington.
All right, the winning number is 092624.
They're announcing the winners of the 50-50 raffle sweepstakes here. Great turnout here in Harold Crumb Field for Lexington. Big and raucous student section. Nolan takes the snap, hands out to Abiati.
Nothing there.
Breaks one tackle, but not much doing.
That's number 78 with the big play. Mateo Gomes, the captain.
He's just a big body up front. It's hard to really move him and create lanes for Abiati.
Lexington stopped the run on the first 2 downs, and they're going to set up or force Newton South into the hard 3rd and 10 to convert.
Yep. Nolan, he's got trips to the left. Take the snap. Looking deep on the left side, kind of the corner route, and it's incomplete. A little bit overthrown there.
I like that throw by Nolan.
Yeah, nice scheme.
Yeah, Nolan right there.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly overthrown, but definitely was expecting his receiver to maybe speed up a bit and get to that ball, but he wasn't able to create enough separation. Great play by the defense.
Yeah, but you like to see for Newton South, the coach is letting him, air it out a little bit. Yeah. It was a flag, but seems like it was on the offense. Lexington will decline, and it's brings up 4th and 10.
Looks like they'll keep the offensive on.
That's exactly what they did in the first quarter on that opening drive.
Kind of that dead man zone where they can't really go for a field goal, and punting the ball would kind of.
Yeah, from here it would be about a 45-yard field goal. That's pretty long for high school. Nolan is all alone in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Number 9 in motion. They will not give it to him. Nolan looking. He's got looking deep. And batted away. Incredible defense. That's number 6 DB, Caden Mason. Incredible play.
Jace Costin, who had the touchdown earlier, he was wanting a flag. I mean, there's a little contact, maybe got away with a little hold right there, but refs didn't call anything, so it'll be Lexington's football.
I believe that was almost the exact same play that they scored on at the end of the first half. It was that same matchup between Mason and Costin, but
yeah, this time just not as much outside leverage, so he wasn't able to get as good of an angle on the ball.
yeah, great swap by Mason. Newton South absolutely packing the box here. Lexington back in that wing T formation. Hatch does not have it. It's Stevens up the middle, I think. No, not Stevens. Seems like, yeah, Mari Mao was the ball carrier. Not much doing there on first down.
Second down and 5.
Clock will continue to run as Lexington snaps the ball.
Yeah, and with this lead, you know, it's early in the second half. You never want to see Lexington kind of go into turtle mode, but, you know, that clock running is never going to hurt him. It's Stevens on the sweep this time. He's got some running room. Really nice gain there on. Oh, he's
continuing.
Wow, he's still going. What a run by Chandre Warren Stevens, showing absolute determination and grit to pick up the first down on the ground.
It's a great play right there by Lexington. You know, they've been trying to go out inside the last couple times, and this time they bring it outside, and Stevenson's able to break a couple, Stevens is able to break a couple tackles and get to the outside for first down, and a bunch more after that.
Yeah, Lexington's offensive tackles and tight ends getting movement on the outside, creating lanes. Stevens again, and this time he's swallowed a big hit there by the linebacker.
Stopped him for no gain right there. Great defense by Newton South right there.
Injury timeout.
Injury timeout. Player down on the field for Lexington.
No, that's for Newton South, actually.
Oh, excuse me. A couple injuries in this game. We had Jaden Mee go down earlier. Then the senior captain, Beckett Schreer. Lexington had Amari Mao, who's a little bit
Banged up.
Yeah, but he seems to be okay. But Newton South, you never want to see this many injuries. And another player kind of just stretching his potential cramp there. There's kind of 2 players down here. One potentially more serious than the other. I can't quite see who it is still. Well, Connor, what are you seeing early in this first half?
Second half, and I'm seeing a lot of great offensive plays by Lexington. You know, they're sticking to what's working. Newton South looks like they may be doing slightly better on it, especially in the outside, but Lexington's still able to pick up 3-4 yards every time. And if Newton South's allowing them to pick up, you know, what seems like maybe a few yards, but if it's consistent and they're never really getting stops for 0, 1, maybe even loss of yards, it's just going to be a long night for Newton South, who already needs to get some quick stops and quick scores if they want to have a chance of catching back up.
Absolutely. Clock stopped here. 2nd and 10 for Lexington at about their own 43-yard line. And number 56, that's junior Henry Engel. Running off the field on his own power. You love to see it. Seems like he'll be all right, but still limping on the sideline, definitely.
Looks like play will resume, and Ayush Patel will be ready to snap it off, or snap the ball. Once again, they're packing the box.
No one very far off the ball. Play action.
Pass.
And Hatch is swallowed up in the backfield. Oh, ball is on the ground. The ref seems like he's communicating with the other ref that he was
If they're able
down.
to get this, it looks like it'll be a great stop for Newton South.
Refs are still just deliberating on what the call is. Was he down?
Newton South's convinced they have. Lexington a little more hesitant to wave their hands in their direction. But
Newton South absolutely bit on that play action. Lexington had guys free running downfield, but
the pass rush just got to him. I think he had maybe 2 receivers, including Steffens right down the middle, but just unfortunate that
when you have
great play by the pass rush.
When you have that many guys running at the line of scrimmage, it's tough to really
but I like the call right there by DeLuca. You know, maybe get him caught off guard and get a big chunk of yards off the pass. But
the referees are still deliberating. And it is Newton South ball. What a big takeaway here. Staying on this end of the field. Not really sure how they came to that decision, but probably just saw it in the moment that his knee wasn't quite down when he dropped the ball. Tough play for Hatch. Didn't really have much time. He's trying to make a play, but just dropped the ball. Lexington, can they get another stop?
That's a big change in momentum right there for Newton. And their coaching staff is definitely pumped. Players are pumped. And let's see if they can turn this defensive stop into something on the offensive end. You know, they're starting in great field position as they also, you know, took Ethan Hatch down, you know, maybe 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So even more yards.
Yeah, they got stopped on their first series, but it seems like they still kind of have the momentum. The Lexington crowd is silenced. Lexington needs to kind of regain that momentum they had in the first half. And that starts with getting a stop here, giving the ball back to the offense. But it'll be 1st and 10 on the 30 for the Newton South Lions. Nolan in the backfield with Tegan Quirk. And the screen pass is thrown. That's Jeremiah Balcom. Short gain. Seems like it'll be about 2nd and 7. Good scheme by Newton South there to get their guys open, but Lexington was able to corral him for only a 2-yard gain.
Falcon picks up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8 here for Jack Nolan and the Lions. Takes the snap, looking back to throw, he's looking deep.
Deep throw.
Again, number 1.
He's got him.
He's got it. Beckett Schreer coming back from injury to make an early impact in the second half. What a
Another
huge play.
perfectly placed the ball by Nolan, you know, making up for a couple of his other previous throws that weren't the greatest, but that one was just right on the money for his receiver.
Absolute dot there. And Newton South is right back in this game. This is absolutely electric here in the second half.
It's a great start for the half for Newton South. They made some adjustments on defense, were able to force a fumble and create good field position for their offense, and then, you know, Nolan just puts the ball on the money for his receiver.
Yeah, big touchdown at the end of the first half for Jace Costin. And now
that one is by Schreer. Yeah,
Schreer getting on the board. Extra point here.
Little low.
And it's good, though.
That's good.
Kicker James O'Connell's been very solid, making all 3 of his extra points. Kind of a big play. Big power to have that kind of. Although it does seem like Beckett Schreer is down in the sideline, having to stretch out his hamstring once again.
Possibly cramping. You know, this happens a lot in these football games.
Yeah, he's truly giving his all to his team tonight.
Lexington will look to get back on the offensive end and put up some points on the board to keep Newton South off their tails.
So far, it seems like in the second half, Newton South has had an answer to Lexington's wing T formation, so maybe Lexington is now needed to make some adjustments. Also, a side note, senior running back Jaden Mee is no longer dressed. He's in crutches on the sideline. Seems like he will be out for the rest of the game. Hopefully,
it's unfortunate for them.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have him back soon enough this season. But here will be James O'Connell to kick it deep.
It'll once again be Mao and Waters in backfield.
Yeah. 2 playmakers. The kickoff is a good opportunity to get them in the open field on the ball.
Nice kick right there.
Oh, no, it's Waters. Oh, nice spin move. He's got the space. Waters, nice blocking, breaks it open, and they'll have it at about the 49, their own 49-yard line. Great return there.
About a 40-yard return right there from Waters.
Yeah, Jalen Waters.
Nice spin move right there, and he was able to cut up field in the middle. But it looks like he's down.
Man, a lot of injuries tonight. You hate to see it. Both teams have players just giving their all for this game. They want the win so much.
Once again, looks like another hamstring injury. They continue to stretch him.
Hopefully it's just a cramp or something, not too serious.
Yep.
It's a long 10-game season here for LHS. Need all their players healthy every day.
It's another thing DeLuca mentioned in his pre-game interview that we had with him is, you know, having all his captains was very necessary. So
yeah. When even just one of them is missing,
makes a big impact.
Yeah, true, like big leader, big voice for the team is missing.
Waters might not be a captain for Lexington, but he's definitely contributed a lot to this team and making a lot of great plays so far today.
Yeah, very important voice on that defense. It takes a lot to organize back there. The Lexington offense is excited to get going again. Those big boys up front. Can they move the Lions' defensive line? Get some space for those playmakers, Mao and Stevens.
Looks like Mao won't be in for this snap. Oh, no, he's actually right there.
And shout out to Alex Manson, who's been absolutely elite on that lead block on the outside.
They give to Stevens.
Not much doing. Oh, nice push again from that offensive line.
Newton South does seem to be cracking down on this, though. They're starting to figure it out. Took a little bit, but you know, never too late to come back.
Yep. It'll be 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10. Seems like he didn't get too many yards. Another player is down. Man, truly a frustrating part of the game. I believe
number 56.
Yeah, that's number 56. Henry Engel.
Henry Engel, yeah.
I believe he might have been limping earlier. Hopefully it's not anything too serious once again.
Hopefully he's okay. You know, this hurts to see any player injured. Looks like the players will regroup, you know, find their footing.
Yeah, Lexington does kind of need to regroup here. They haven't had a great start at the second half. But they're only down. They're still up 7, excuse me.
Round of applause for Henry.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. How's everything going? This is looking great. I was looking at the live stream. Oh, thanks. It's all right? Yeah, they're always great.
All right, looks like they're ready to resume play. That's great to see.
Yeah, hopefully they can get their players healed up. Lexington back in the wing T formation. Mao, Manson, and
Maybe they go outside here. Yep.
Pitch to Stevens. He makes a nice
Nothing
cut.
there.
Yeah, nothing really doing.
3 players surrounding them for Newton South, and
Second and 10.
It's a great play.
Warren Stevens on the track.
Hatch going to the sideline to get the call.
Yep, and it's going to be a 3rd and 8 for Lexington.
3rd and 9.
Seen a couple of these. 3rd and 9.
Well, maybe they'll just try to run it here, set up a 4th and short. That would be a more manageable conversion. Pitch to Maui, kind of bobbles it on the outside, makes a nice cut up the field. And
push forward.
They'll have it about the 41, right about at that line to gain.
Nice cuts right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
he's just electric.
Get as many yards as he could. Could have been maybe a 1-2 yard game, but he was able to get maybe 7 yards on it.
Yeah.
Tackle by Dominic Lorenzo, number 54.
4th and 1. definitely keep the offense out there. A punt or a field goal aren't really too helpful or viable options.
Yep. Once again in that dead man zone.
Maybe they'll try the QB sneak. They tried that on a couple. They tried that on the last 4th and 1.
I think it didn't work. I think they got stuffed last time, but maybe they fake it. But you know they're going to stay in this formation where they have many options out of it.
These 4th and 1s with all the guys packed to the line, maybe are opportunities even for a big play, but maybe Lexington will just try to pick up that yard. Hash under center, pitch to Stevens.
It's going to be.
Scott. Oh, what a tackle! Number 16, Jalen Watson. Oh my goodness, he kept the edge and violently threw him down.
South, you know, a lot of energy right now.
So much momentum. Yeah.
Coming out of halftime, you know, they look bad down 28-7, but they were able to put up 7 points at the end of the first half with only a few seconds remaining, and now they were able to get a score and 2 stops.
Absolutely. The onus is on Lexington's defense now, but the energy on Newton South sideline is absolutely electric.
You know, momentum's a huge thing in any sports, really. I mean, just allows your teammates to, you know, just believing that you can win and having the confidence is crucial.
But 14 points unanswered for the Lions. Jalen Watson is.
It's been a game of runs. You know, Lexington had a lot of big plays early, and now it's Newton South coming back. Flying, they're right back in their game, in this game.
Nolan takes the snap. He ends at Tegan Quirk.
Nice wrap.
Nice wrap up, Charlie O'Brien. And
another player down for Lexington this time. It's
O'Brien and Nisbuga were there to clean it up. That's can't quite see who's down. Man, injuries have been absolutely brutal in this game.
Yep.
You hate to see it so early in the season.
Might be Mateo Gomes, number 78, but it's hard to tell from here. If it was, that'd be crucial.
Yeah, he's a big part of that.
Big part of their defensive
up
line.
Front and the way they've been able to have success early in this game. Still down.
Lots of injuries has been mentioned. You know, it's been killing both sides of the ball, both teams. And you know, I like to see Newton South, you know, go on a knee for their players, Lexington's players.
Yeah, good sportsmanship from both sides. And it was Mateo Gomes. He's hobbling off on his own weight, which you'll love to see.
Good to see.
Applause from the audience. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Nolan and the Lions. Seems like Lexington has just 3 defensive. Oh, no, excuse me. They subbed in number 52, Eric Tomasio. That's another guy Coach DeLuca mentioned as not being a captain, but stepping up big for his team.
Yep.
Nolan back to throw.
Oh, almost picked.
He just missed.
Thrown behind him, you know, he's looking inside.
He was looking for Jaden Alves Armstrong, but Caden Mason was almost able to get his hands on it. Near pick for Lexington. They need one of those big plays they had early in the first half. You know, you saw the big pick and also big plays from guys like Chandre Warren Stevens, Amari Mao, and the pick from Charlie O'Brien. Can they get one of those big swing plays to get the momentum back in their favor? Nolan is all alone. He's got trips to the top of your screen. Two receivers to the left. Takes
and
the
then
snap.
Armstrong down at the bottom.
Good pass rush. He's going deep. Oh, just
a little
overthrew.
thrown inside.
That was Jace Costin.
Definitely was by his man, and
Yeah,
if
he
it's
was
just a little more to the outside, maybe he could have made a play for it, but he was forced to
little more
cut
touch.
inside too much.
A little more touch.
And they're forced to come off the field and punt here. Great stop by Lexington.
It was a solid pass rush, though, from, I believe, Cole Apstein. Got in the backfield quickly, disrupted the play maybe a little bit. And that'll force the Lions to punt it away on 4th and 12. They almost had that big play. But now they have to give the ball back to Hatch, Amari, and the rest of the Lexington offense. Amari back deep to receive. It's a high kick. Calls it a fair catch. He does not catch it. And it takes a nice Lexington bounce, though. Finally downed.
It's around the 43-yard line.
Down by Quirk. Yeah.
Lexington zone
Solid
43.
field position. Solid field position for the Minutemen.
Lexington will look to come back on this offense, maybe make a couple big plays they were doing like earlier, and put some points on the board.
Yep.
The ball will be placed at their own 43.
I think it starts with those big boys up front. Since they're playing this kind of Service Academy style, they need push up front on the offensive line. But since Newton South have been absolutely packing the box, it's been tough sledding. Hand him
Samari on the outside.
He's got nice cut.
Lowers his shoulder and not much there.
Man, another injury though. That's Daniel Zhang, wincing in pains. He's still down. Trainer.
Sprinting out to help him.
Yeah, trainer Eva Forte. It's been a big workload on these trainers today. Not what you'd like to see out of an opening game.
Yeah, this one looks a little more severe than the last couple. Trying to stretch him out, but looks like his leg isn't able to go up. Hopefully he's okay. Noon South once again. Great sportsmanship on the sidelines.
Absolutely. It's giving the Lexington offensive line a chance to grab some water,
Yep.
get their legs back under them.
Love to see the freshmen helping out. You know, the varsity team.
Yeah, shout out to coach of the freshman team, Kazuo Bihara. And he is up on his own weight.
It's good to see.
I thought he was trying to go back in the game. He's hobbling off
little bit,
on his own weight.
Half limp, half jog from Daniel Zhang, but
Kind of a
great to see him on his own feet.
promising sight.
Hopefully it's just muscle
Yeah.
cramp or something.
Yeah, he got up fast. Seems like he just wanted to get off the field.
Seems like there's like an injury every other player has in there.
Yeah, this is rough. Hatch, under center. Getting the snap from Ayush Patel. Mao takes it. Oh, he's got a lane. Oh, he breaks it outside. Amari Mao. 20. 10. Touchdown, Minutemen. This guy is unstoppable. He's been absolutely electric. Once he gets to the outside, there's no catching him. And he just has those elusive cuts. You just can't get in front of him.
Usually they go around with the sweep on the very edge for him, but that time he was able to go inside, make a couple of cuts, and then just use his speed to outrun everyone. And you can't do much about that. That's just pure speed right there.
Shout out to the Lexington offensive line. It's been more of a create lanes type of game than just push up front. But
great cuts right there, though. You know, seen a lot of plays on the outside, but that time's a little inside, and he's able to make a bunch of great cuts and, you know, work his way up the field before sprinting.
And Lexington will go for 2 here. Same formation as has been common for most of the game.
I think Amari has 3 touchdowns now. 3.
Yeah, he's been unstoppable. Mao takes it. Yeah, I don't think he has it.
I don't think
not too much success here for Lexington. They're 2 for 5 on these 2-point conversions.
It's a great touchdown right there by Lexington. You know, it's a big play, and it kind of shifts the momentum back to around even so that Newton South doesn't, keep making these great plays.
Absolutely. Lexington set to kick it away here. Connor, who have you been impressed by in this first game for Lexington?
I've been, obviously Amari's making a lot of great plays, but I've also been impressed with Alex Manson both on the offensive end and defensive end. And then James Morin's made a lot of great plays too, along with, Jaden Waters. But, I think the team is doing a great job together and really turning this into great football as a team rather than, just an individual effort.
Yeah, Manson's definitely that old school type of player, going both ways, playing fullback and linebacker, kind of reminiscent of like Kyle Juszczyk, great NFL fullback. O'Brien will kick it away, which is different from earlier in the game when they had Amari booting him long. See another squib kick perhaps. It's kind of like an onside squib kick.
Pops up.
Nice job fielding it by Alvin Wright, the senior. He's had a couple of nice plays, including
Guess
one.
He's there for the tackle there. There's Alexander Manson.
He's always in the right spot.
Right spot, right time.
He has a nose for the ball.
Alvin Wright. Got the return.
Jacqueline Olden and the offense will set up shop here at their own 41. They had some momentum earlier in the second half, but it seems like Lexington has kind of reclaimed it. They need some big plays. They need a score here, really. Only under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Time is ticking. Maybe you want to see a player like Jaden Alves Armstrong or Jeremiah Balcom. Those two kick returners there.
Armstrong's been doing his best, but right now Waters has been doing a great job locking him up.
Yeah, it seems like they try to scheme up those slant passes, for Alves Armstrong. But he hasn't gotten open too much. 5 wide for Nolan. Throws the tunnel screen, and it's dropped.
Probably lucky he didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
Would have been a loss for maybe 5 yards.
Dropped the ball, but yeah, probably better for Newton South.
Lexington's just not falling for these screen passes.
Yeah. Great pursuit there by the Lexington corners, though. It'll be 2nd and 10 here for Nolan. Ball on the 42. Still plenty of time for a comeback, but they've got to get this offense moving. Takes a snap, looking deep over the middle. He's got it. That's Beckett Schreier once again. The senior is coming back from his injury and made many big plays.
Nice throw right there by Jack Nolan, putting it in front of his receiver to go get the play. He had a step in front of his man right there.
And this guy, Beckett Schreier, has just been a model of how to respond to adversity. You don't want to play injured, but it seems like he's okay, and he's been coming up huge for his team. He scored the touchdown early in this second half to get them to 21 points.
Newton on Lexington's 44-yard line. 1st and 10 with a little over 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, a gain of about 15 there. Chunk play. Tegan Quirk in the backfield with Jack Nolan. 2 receivers to each of his sides. Nolan takes the snap, hands it to... No, he keeps it. Nolan to the outside, looking to throw it almost.
Oh, that might be a late hit.
Bit of a late hit. No, nothing. Ref says there's nothing going there. Great pursuit by Manson once again.
Never want to be caught up in the opponent's sideline. You make that type of hit.
Oh, Manson is hobbling. Seems to be grabbing his hamstring. The crowd, the Newton South parents here are irate. So is some of their assistant coaches. They feel like that was definitely a late hit, but
thought the quarterback gave himself up, but
yeah,
refs won't call anything.
But it's a tough play for the defense when the quarterback's running the sideline. You don't want to let him get extra yards there.
Yep.
It's hard to see when his foot lands exactly out of bounds.
Yeah, they're just making a play.
Football play.
I don't think there's anything dirty to that.
Nice stop for the Lexington defense. Loss of 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 12 for Nolan. Nolan drops back. He's looking deep. Oh!
Pass rush. He's not able to make the tackle.
Sack from Abstein. Oh, and it's padded up. Oh, my goodness. Great defense from O'Brien. I almost thought Tegan Quirk was going to catch it on the run and bring it in for a touchdown, but Charlie O'Brien with absolute lockdown defense there.
That's a tough throw right there. You know, off his back foot, rolling left as a righty quarterback. It's a hard throw.
Yeah, but he did very well to evade the sack attempt by Cole Abstein. Almost dropped him up in the backfield.
It's going to be 3rd and 11 for Newton South. Again, no fullback or halfback in the backfield.
5 wide for Nolan. Takes the snap. Good pass rush from Lexington, but he gets outside. Nolan's going to run for it. Nice block, and he's got the first down.
It's a nice play right there.
Nice block from Alvin Wright, the wide out.
You know, they're really trying to get Nolan out on the outside and be able to make a play on his feet or throw the ball on the run. Whereas Lexington's a lot more in the pocket and handing off the ball. Both styles are working for each other. But
yeah, absolutely. It seems like the protection kind of forced the ends to the middle, allowing Nolan to escape and use his legs. He's pretty quick when he gets out on the outside. Definitely a run threat. Just over a minute here to go in the 3rd quarter. Newton South on a very promising drive. They got a 1st and 10 at the 35. He's got Quirk in the backfield. Oh, either on offside or I think it's offside on Lexington.
Yeah.
Those big guys up front.
I think Lexington jumped first.
It's always hard to tell whether it was caused by initial movement on the offense. So the refs are deliberating, but it seemed like Newton South thinks it's on the defense.
Ref coming over to Newton South sideline to explain. No, he's actually just picking up the flag.
That'll be a 1st down for Newton South. Was on the defense. First and 10. 2 receivers to his right. 2 receivers to his right. Just one to the left. Quirk in the backfield. They gave it to Quirk. Cutting left. Cuts upfield. Nice tackle by Armand Espa. Great wrap up.
Lexington's defense has been very good on the run recently. And actually the whole game, you know, Newton South hasn't been able to make much up on the ground. Maybe max 4 yards a carry, but
seems like it's mostly been Nolan capitalizing on those air yards. At least 2nd and...
Yeah, they definitely like to pass the ball. You know, you see him line up 5 receivers nearly every single down.
2nd and long for the Lions. Kind of tense moments here. Late in the 3rd quarter, clock running down. Nolan takes it. He's looking deep on the right side. He might have a step. Oh!
Yes. Oh, and he
just dropped it. Seemed like it was tight coverage there from number 6, Caden Mason, but the receiver just got a step at the end. Just couldn't come up with the catch.
Bit of a diving catch for him and just wasn't able to haul it in. But
would have been an incredible
overall
play.
Overall great concept right there for the Newton South offense. And seems like they're definitely being able to make a lot more plays, even if they're not complete.
Yeah. Great throw from Nolan, though. He put it right on the money.
Receiver a little disappointed he couldn't haul that one in.
I've been impressed with Jack Nolan. He's stood in there throughout the game and he's delivered. Third and 9 here. Nolan takes a snap. Looking at the slant, he's got Alves Armstrong.
Oh, that's a nice catch right there.
Great catch.
Bobble it in and was able to still pull it in for maybe a gain of 5, 6 yards.
But I believe he'll definitely be short of the 6. Setting up a 4th and medium. Jaden Alves Armstrong on the catch.
And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. We'll be back very shortly.
This game is presented by LexMedia, giving Lexington athletes their moment under the lights. We're proud to showcase high school sports and celebrate the hard work, dedication, and community spirit of all of our student athletes. Whether it's football, basketball, or beyond, LexMedia is here to bring the action home to you. Find us on cable, streaming online, or at lexmedia.org. LexMedia, channeling the vision.
All right, we're back here at Harold Crumb Field for the start of the fourth quarter of a great game. Lexington's up 34-21.
Now they switched ends of the fields. Newton South driving to the right.
They're on a 4th and 5 right now, inside Lexington's territory on their 25-yard line.
4th and 5, huge play here for the Lions. Oh, he's throwing right. He's got a man.
Man! He's
Caught
for
the touchdown. Colston, what a big play.
Just burnt coverage
Jace
right
Colston, he's coming up huge. He's had the big touchdown at the end of the first half. Now he's got a big one in the fourth quarter, and that cuts the lead down to just 7. Extra point to come.
Pretty sure he had maybe the touchdown at the start of the second half, too.
And Jace Colston has this Lions sideline absolutely electric. Got his secret handshake.
It's a great play right there. He was just able to burn right by the DB. You know, get open. Nolan saw him right away. And just put another ball like he has all night right on the money for his receiver.
Yeah, Jack Nolan has been absolutely dialed in the second half. Oh, and the extra point is the snap was bobbled and is no good.
I mean, they're still down 7 points, so overall not a bad drive for them. You know, Newton South's doing a great job passing the ball. Lexington's doing obviously a great job running the ball. Two different approaches here to this game, but both of them are working. Both teams have put up, you know, respectively 5 and 4 touchdowns for Lexington and
super exciting offensive forward game. Love to see the pep band back after their break in the third quarter.
Yep, always brings energy to the crowd.
Yeah, solid showing here for Lexington tonight, though. I think the crowd's been a big part of their success. The America theme. Red, white, and blue colors in the crowd. James O'Connell to kick it deep. To Amari Mao. And Jaden Waters. Can Lexington run the clock down and continue to move the ball? They need to kind of
if they're able to get a score here and take some time off the clock and then force Newton South to take some time, they're going to get situation.
And it's recovered. Kind of a hard little chip kick to deal with, but
yeah, I think he was trying to let it bounce, but then
number 7 Eddie Ans with the safe hands. They'll have it at about the 32.
I don't think we've seen any other formation besides that wing T.
Yeah, ever since the opening series.
You know, they struggled early trying to, you know, more traditional offensive set, so they've been sticking with this formation, which has been very successful for them.
Yeah, that adjustment has played a huge part in their success, getting their playmakers like Stevens and Amari out in the open, and that's really promising for the future of this program with this new coaching.
You can see the Lexington offense trotting out on the field on your screen. You can see Amari on the far left, the backfield.
Manson is not in. Amari takes it. Nice juke, but oh, we got a few yards. Alex Manson seemed to come up limping on the last series.
Things has been limping, really all game. He's just fighting through. It's a strong captain right there.
Yeah, he's truly played his heart out.
Seems like another person's down.
Bring in Cole Apstein, but another guy up front is down, it seems.
Lots of injuries. I think as the season progresses, these boys learn, they stretch, take care of their body, and hopefully the injuries aren't as prominent as they are this game. It sucks to see.
Yeah, football is really just such a grueling game. You got to put your body out on the line in every play, and it's unfortunate that these type of things happen.
Looks like he's okay. That's number 51, Jonas Barharlu. And it's great to see that he's able to run off the field. Not much of a limp on his own will. But Lexington's offense will be in a 2nd and 7 after Amari's carry inside. Newton South once again packing the box.
And a flag. False start on the offense. Coach John DeLuca preached that he's really focused on execution early in the season, and Lexington hasn't exactly been able to deliver that tonight, but they're doing enough, holding on to a 7-point lead. Really exciting game here. Making enough big plays to compensate for some mistakes. Number 7. No, excuse me. Someone has checked in for Alex Manson.
It's Amari again up the middle.
Nice run.
Breaks a tackle.
Oh my goodness. He's got the first down.
I'm just not sure how he gets through so many people. It looks like it was maybe a gain of 1-2 yards and they would take him down, but somehow he was able to wiggle his way out and
he's truly a
13
magician
yards
on the
or
field.
so.
Truly a magician on the field.
Ben, who do you think's been standing out the second half for Lexington?
It's tough to ignore. What a Amari Mount.
Seems all right.
Stevens running left.
And he'll get about 2 yards, maybe 1-2 yards. They've been sticking to this. It's just been Stevens, Amari, running all day long with lead blockers such as Manson right in the front. And it looks like another player's down for Lexington.
Oh, man. To answer your question, Amari's been impressive, but I've also been immensely impressed with Jack Nolan. I think he stood in the pocket even when pressure comes and delivered just darts down the field to his receivers. Guys like Jace Costin and Jaden Alves Armstrong, they've been able to come up with big plays for the Newton South offense, and I think that's what's kept them in the game, even though it seems like Lexington was kind of running away with it early.
Yep, they're only down 1 score right now.
Newton South skill position players have stepped up in the place of Jada Mead. They've kind of turned to more of a passing attack.
Jared Mee.
Excuse me.
Number 20, the running back. Looks like Lexington play will resume and they'll be ready to set up their offense.
Yeah.
10 minutes and 12 seconds left.
Number 87
in this final quarter, and Lexington's currently up 7, 34-27.
clock will run again. 10 minutes to go here at Harold's Crumb Field. Tight game.
Same
Lexington
formation.
needs to move the ball.
They
Sweet
give
to
it to
Amari.
Mao.
He's got the edge.
Here he goes again.
Oh, he's breaking it. That electric speed just allows him to get those extra yards.
It just feels like he's able to pick up like 10 plus yards so easily. I mean,
Yeah, whenever he gets on the edge.
the blockers
he's
are
just
just
giving
there.
any
And,
space.
yeah,
And
Newton
just-
South is not able to get through the blockers.
Yeah. I've been really impressed with those lead blockers on the outside that have been able to create lanes. You know, Alex Manson's back on the field now. Huge part for Lexington. Hatch gets the call from the sideline.
Maybe a little limp in Amari strides, but hopefully he's okay.
They need him to finish this game, hopefully, but never want to play through an injury, of course. It's a sweep to Chandra Warren Stevens. Oh, nice cut outside.
He's able to get maybe 3 yards on that.
Solid gain. Stay on schedule. Big part of Lexington's offense.
Warren Stevens on the carry.
They'll give him about,
Return shot, number 7 on the tackle.
yeah,
About 2 yards.
2 yards.
Excuse me, about 4 yards.
It's actually 3 yards.
3-yard gain, second down and 8.
Ethan Hatch receives the call from the sideline. You know, leading his team. He hasn't really been having to do much in the passing game, but you know, he's taking control of the offense and
Yeah, the leaders of
leading
this
his team.
offense, alongside Amari, have been, you know, Ayush Patel up front and Ethan Hatch. They've been keeping them organized. Pitch to Amari, cutting up the middle. Maybe he has about 5 there. Oh, helmet goes flying. That's number 87.
Murray Mao, the ball carrier.
Who do you think's been be able to run the ball successfully today for Lexington, Ben?
Well, just when you get those playmakers on the outside, Amari Mao and Chandra Warren Stevens, they have the speed to break it big. So it's the combination of that outside blocking and being able to capitalize and get all the yards that the blocking provides. Lexington set up with a 3rd and 5 here. Ball on the Newton South 38.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for Lexington. They
Pitch to
give
Warren Stevens. Oh, nice cut up the middle. He's got a chunk gain down to about the 19-yard line. Great blocking by those guys inside.
Yeah, he had Newton South. You know, DB is going outside right there, and he's able to cut it inside last second and follow some of his own blockers up the field for about a gain of 15 yards right there.
And you saw Amari trying to get the crowd going. He knows that they're going to need everyone to finish this game out.
Yep, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line for Lexington, just letting the clock run. Smart idea for them.
Yep.
Take as much time as they can off the clock.
Number 7, Eddie Yan, subbing in for Amari. You haven't seen too much rotation for Lexington up front or at their skill positions. They needed everybody. Cole Apstein in at tight end. Been a huge blocker for them. Hatch under center. Pitch to Tiandre Warren Stevens. Cut up the middle. Got a few yards there. And
They
the push.
continue to
yeah.
push.
Incredible push by Lexington. Seems like Newton South was trying to rip the ball out, but Lexington
Gets
using that as
maybe
an
a gain of
opportunity.
around 9 yards, 8-9 yards right there.
I think it was a gain of 7 yards.
4 on that tackle as well.
2nd and 1 for Lexington, so 9-yard gain for them. And they'll be, you know, quite quickly approaching the goal line with the ball around the.
And they're absolutely
11-yard line
draining
or
this
so.
clock. It's only 6:40 left.
Yeah, if they're able to put in a score here, right here, it's
Yeah,
gonna
seems tough.
it's gonna be, yeah, the clock's definitely gonna be on their side.
Not
and
sure the
against
Lions.
Newton's side.
Not sure the Lions can come back from a 2-score
Yeah, they would
deficit.
need.
So they need to stop here. 2nd and 1. Oh, bobbled pitch.
Bobble.
Stevens has it though, and I think he'll have it.
Bumps in his own man and maybe could have got a couple more yards right there, but he's still able to pick up the first down, which is
Kind of a
great
scary
thing.
play for Lexington. A turnover would be the last thing that you would want.
Alex Armstrong on the tackle. Number 2. 1st and goal for the Minutemen.
Jaden Alves Armstrong has been an impact player for the Lions.
Mari's
tonight.
back on the field.
Subbing.
Eddie Yent.
Yep. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Minutemen.
Little under 6 minutes left remaining in this game. Lexington, you know, continuing to use all the clock they can.
They're
They
not
have another
afraid
4 downs.
Yeah, run it down. Using time to their advantage. The ball's on the 10 though, so it's a long ways to go to the end zone without a. I think they still can get a 1st down, but it is a long ways to go, and it is very tight down here. Pitch to Amari. He's breaking it. He's got a solid gain, maybe down to about the 5. It's tough to see down in the scrum.
Looks like Amari's down for Lexington. Not a great sight
man.
to see.
That's just absolutely the last thing you need. You know, this game is coming to an end. The crowd is getting amped up, seemingly at the Noon South sideline.
Noon
Rather-
South, you
at
know,
Noon
their
South.
coaching staff definitely big on sportsmanship,
Yeah.
telling their players to keep, you know, get on a knee, be respectful to the players. And, you know, last thing you want to see in the football game is injuries, but obviously they've been very prominent today.
And as you guys have seen, Lexington needs Amari for the rest of the season. He's the focal point of their offense, and he's really what's creating the big plays. The trainers have certainly had a busy night.
Yep. Looks like a lot of players coming over to help Amari up, and, you know, that's definitely not what you want to see.
He
Amari
is up, but seems to be putting
not
a lot
able
of
to
his
get
weight.
off
Yeah.
on his own will. Definitely not something you want to see. They're carrying him up, not even one single foot on the ground. It's not good if you're Lexington. But hopefully they can close out this game for him.
Second and 10. No, excuse me. Second and goal. Here for the Minutemen. Solid gain on 1st down. Ball on the 6. They'll pitch it to Stevens. And he's down at the flag thrown. Some physicality. That was a very late flag.
Warren Stevens on the carry. He's down to about the 1 yard line, but we're doing a flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams.
Noon South's bench seems to be electric. Most likely a flag on Lexington, going to set him
Although-
back maybe 5 yards or so.
Seems like the PA announcer said it was on both teams, so that would be offsetting. Not sure exactly what's the outcome here.
Yeah, if they have one on each, they would cancel out for sure.
Seems like the ball is still on the 6-yard line here. No, it's actually spotted at the 1.
Those penalties will offset. It's 3rd down and goal. The ball looks for me to be about on the 1 yard
Yep,
line.
it'll be offsetting penalties.
Yep.
Ball's on the 1 yard line.
3rd and goal at the 1.
Yep.
Most likely Lexington will try to pound
Need
this
to punch
one
it
in.
Ethan Hatch running in the call. Connor, do you think we'll see like that sweep again, or will it be
I think they'll go
something
up the
else?
middle this time for sure.
like a
you
QB
know.
sneak or like
Yeah.
a handoff?
I don't think QB sneak, but probably a handoff to actually
Just kind of like the
formation
variation.
definitely looks like a QB sneak, but they're
They're already bunched up, yeah.
it's like a delay of some sort.
Hatch running to the sideline to get another call, it seems, or just kind of trying to communicate with Coach John DeLuca. Everyone is set except for Hatch. It's back under center. Seems like there's no change in the play call. And now there will be a timeout Lexington. Not sure exactly what's going on there. John DeLuca didn't like the look of things.
Timeout, Lexington.
Second and goal at the 1 yard line with slightly over 4 minutes. Lexington's done a good job. You know, they've taken over, 5 minutes on this possession alone.
And this is a huge opportunity for Lexington to really put this game away. They can't let this go to waste. A turnover would be deadly.
Definitely think if they go up 2 scores here, it's going to be near impossible for Newton South to come back with only, under 4 minutes remaining. They're able
Although
to
I would never count out Jack Nolan. His skill position players like Beckett Schreier has shown absolute grit and determination here tonight.
Along with Jace Costin.
Yeah, he's been great too.
Band continuing to go, play their hearts out late in the night.
Absolutely. Shout out to Arjun Raha in the band. Nice hat. And they're lined up again. In the backfield, Hatch has Eddie Yan, Keandre Warren Stevens, and
Looks like
Alex
they're going to try to push him forward.
Oh. And, oh my goodness, it seems like Newton South jumped offside. That'll give Lexington an automatic first down. What a huge mistake.
First down and then halfway to the goal line. Not beneficial really for that, but gives them another down to work with. Meaning more time they can take off the clock if needed.
Yeah, it seems like, do you think they'll try to just punch it in, or will they try to salt some clock away first?
I think they'll definitely try to punch it in because, even if you go up 2 scores, that extra 30 seconds or so is not going to do much, and you want to secure the score, obviously.
Yeah, but getting... Yeah.
Looks like they'll just try to shove Hatch in, and that's...
Hatch in, he goes over the top. Oh, make sure you don't fumble. Hold on.
Oh!
The refs are calling the play dead. Not sure exactly what's going on.
Looked like he was in initially, but...
Oh my goodness, it's Newton South ball!
Yeah, Ben, you called it.
What a crucial takeaway. That's the last thing Lexington needs, and you just want to, on those QB sneaks when you're trying to go over the top, you got to make sure you keep hold of the ball.
Yeah. Newton South's now going to have the ball with 3:53 left, and all they have to do is get a touchdown, and this game might go to overtime.
They are backed up, though, at their own 10. That's the benefit of not having to kick off or anything.
Yeah. Hatch tried to go over the top of his offensive line, and the ball came loose, and Newton South is quick to pounce on it and take it back. But it looks like another player's down for Newton South.
On those plays when you're trying to dive over the top, you got to make sure you hold on to the ball. Yeah. Maybe instead Lexington, you just look to go underneath, not put the ball at risk.
Yeah, I like what they tried to do earlier for some of these short downs. They would push them through the line rather than trying to go over it. I mean, obviously,
even if you don't score on first down, that's okay. You can run more time off the clock, still with more opportunities to punch it in just from the 1.
I mean, now you give Newton South a chance, and their sideline is pumped up right now. Coach is trying to get their players into it.
Their parent section is going electric, though. I'm not sure I can really...
They're definitely backed up into their own territory, but...
Yeah. Can Lexington put the pressure on, not let them out of their own 10-yard line or so? Nolan takes a snap. He's looking left. Oh.
Great breakout.
Yeah, Jace Costin almost high-pointed the ball, but great break up there. That was number...
Waters again right there.
That was number 12.
A lot of great plays on the defensive end for him, including the pick initially.
Yeah.
Second and 10 for Newton. It's obviously a tough situation for them, backed up.
We talked all about our playmakers on offense, Amari Mao, Alex Manson, and the guys, but Caden Waters and Caden Mason have been very good on the defense alongside Manson as well.
Yeah, Waters and Manson have been great.
Yeah. Nolan back to throw. He's looking to the left. Seemed to be very physical play with Jace Costin there.
Newton South thinks they had a holding call, but refs have been letting him play a lot tonight, not calling him too much.
Very physical play on the edge. Seems like it was actually a pretty good throw by Jack Nolan there if his receiver had been able to keep running, but he got tied up.
Now it'll be third and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Nolan is all alone in the backfield. He's got 5 wide, trips to his right. He's got to get this first down here. Back to snap. He's looking to throw. Great pass rush. Oh, he evades it to the left. He's rolling to the left. Still on the run. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. They're going to get him down for a flag on that one.
Yeah, he was rolling to his left, almost out of bounds. And Manson just grabbed his horse collar.
That's a great play, though, right there by Nolan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seemed like Manson had the angle and was going to be able to wrap him up, but...
Avoided 2 chances maybe for a potential sack and was able to get outside and then even get the ball out of his hands and force a penalty.
That'll be a personal foul on Manson.
So now on 3rd down, they're able to advance the ball, and I think they'll get a first down.
Yeah, they'll have it at about the
so that'll be
25 or
for
so. That's
South.
a little more normal starting field, or not starting field position, but...
What a big break for them. You know, you go from 3rd down, and it looks like you have nothing to a first down and an additional 10 yards or so.
Now, what will we see out of Jack Nolan and the Lions? They still need to go about 75 yards to get the game-tying score. Maybe they'll go for 2 to try to win it.
You know, here if you're Lexington, you want to prevent the pass.
Nolan back to throw. He's looking. He got coasted. Oh! Picked up by Charlie O'Brien. He's got it at the 10. He's down at the 10. Tackled by Harvey Chen. What a read by. He just came down from that safety spot. Completely read the quarterback's eyes. He was looking at Costin the whole way. And Charlie just steps in front of it and sets up Lexington.
I'm not really sure where he was going where that ball, or where was he going with that ball? Because
well, it seems like Jace Costin had a step on the corner, but
I mean, he threw it right into the middle where I saw like 3 defenders, and Costin was like, definitely a step behind. So Charlie was in the right spot at the right time and was able to make a great pickup and gain about 30 yards after the pick.
Lexington showing their clutch factor here late. Can they salt away the rest of the game or get it to 2 scores to really demoralize the Lions?
They'll be in a similar spot as they were about 7 or so plays ago.
Yep, just a little less time on the clock now.
Yep, which obviously benefits them.
Hatch under center, and he'll give it to Stevens. Not much doing there, maybe a yard or 2. That's fine though, keep the clock running.
Junior and South, you probably start calling timeouts.
Yeah, they
maybe
do still
not now, but maybe a slight bet.
They do still have all 3 of their timeouts.
Especially if you can, looks like you're gonna get a stop.
2nd and 9.
Stevens only picked up 1 on that carry.
He's been a very solid ball carrier though. Not sure if he's quite at 100 yards yet. But he's had a lot. They've really attacked on the ground. Hatch under center. He'll pitch it to Stevens once again. Nice run up the middle.
Maybe another 2 yards or so.
Seems like a solid gain. And Noon South will finally use their first timeout.
A little under 2 minutes left in this game. 3rd and 8 for Lexington.
Yeah, I'm not sure they'll get too aggressive here on 3rd down. Wouldn't want to risk throwing a pick.
Yeah,
maybe just
run the ball, make them waste another timeout, and then.
It'll be, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Connor, what do you think they'll do if they can get, or what do they need to get to go for it? Or you think they'll try a field goal with maybe O'Brien or Mao?
I don't think Mao's out right now. He's clearly sitting on the sideline. Both legs are elevated up. Hopefully he's okay for next game, but
yeah.
I don't think they go for a field goal just because of their tendencies right now. They're going for 2 every single time after touchdown. So I'm not sure if they're confident in their kicking abilities, which is fine. I think even if they're stopped here and they have to punt, get a stop and make Newton will run off some time.
Not sure they'll. Yeah. Third and 5 here for Lexington. It's crucial they pick up a few yards so that the 4th down play isn't so daunting.
I mean, to be honest, you could even go for it on 4th, too.
Stevens to the left. I don't think he quite has it.
No, I think
Stop
he needs
for
to get into the
minimal
end
gain.
zone.
Another timeout for Newton South, and it's
I mean, realistically, if you go for it on 4th down here,
yeah. Well, they can't really punt.
yeah. If you go for it on 4th, make him waste another.
Yeah, it's really
Timeout right
it's really
here.
too bad in this moment that they don't have junior kicker Kean Millette. He's got a former soccer player, my former teammate. He has an absolute bomb for a leg. Hopefully would be able to put it up through the uprights, but they're kind of just going with the makeshift kickers O'Brien.
Yeah, if they were able to secure a field goal here, it'd definitely put the game away.
4th and 3 though, not too pretty manageable. So I think they'll probably try to go for it, even if you don't get it. The ball is on the 3, so
Yep.
so you really pin him down. It's tough to see Newton South driving
Make
the
him
whole
drive
field.
95 plus yards
And then just keep the
within a minute.
yeah. At that point, you would have to just keep the offense in front of you, not let anybody get in behind the defense. The Newton South
Fans are
parents,
getting loud.
Yeah, the Newton South parents are getting loud. Not sure there's much hope left in the game for them.
I mean, if they get the ball back, maybe a minute and 40, and they create a couple big
Yeah,
plays.
it's a good point. Jack Nolan has been absolutely electric in the second half, especially.
I assume they hand it off here.
You got Yan, Manson, and Stevens in the backfield. Hatch. Oh, play action. And they've almost, oh! What a misdirection by Hatch, and he's in! What a play, Ethan Hatch using his athleticism. It was gonna be a bootleg to the right, but Hatch said, I'll do it myself. Jukes out the defensive end. It takes it into the left. Oh my
Pass
goodness.
rushers there, and they were down there to shut down the bootleg. But, you know, Hatch just thinking on his feet, and he was able to juke out at one defender, scramble to the left, and there was no one in his way for the end zone. Puts this game basically away for Lexington.
Hatch with the biggest play of his night, coming up clutch in the final minutes.
I mean, yeah, he hasn't made many crucial mistakes at all. You know,
Yep.
as a young quarterback, his team allowed him to get settled and, you know, focus on the run and that formation of theirs.
And they'll go for 2. Got same guys lined up in the backfield. Yan, Manson. They'll pitch it to Stevens. And I think he's got it. Yep. Nice blocking. Created a wide open lane for Stevens, and that'll put him up 15. 42 to 27.
42 points up, put up by Lexington. That's a lot for them. You know, recent years, sometimes they can't break 20 or so, but it's great to see them starting off at home with a, you know, offensive outburst.
42 to 27 was famously the score of Michigan's big win against Ohio State back in 2021. That really changed the trajectory of that program. Maybe this will be the same for Lexington.
Ohio State was still able to win last year, but okay.
Yeah, but Michigan has 4 straight wins. But yeah, maybe this can be an early program-changing win for the Minutemen as they bring in new coach John DeLucas, taking over for the legendary coach Shane Wilson. And hopefully they can build on this momentum. But they gotta salt this game away. It's not over. Jack Nolan.
I mean, down 2 scores, I'm not sure how much hope there is for them. You know, they're down 15, they would need 2 touchdowns.
O'Brien will kick it away.
Hopefully Lexington can get a statement stop and win this game by double digits.
Yep. Al's Armstrong and Balcom back deep to receive. The pep band doing their signature note. It's a pop kick. Oh! That backspin almost gave Lexington a chance to recover. I don't know if they have it. Lexington sidelines pointing their way. Really nice kick from O'Brien there. Some Newton South players are pointing their way.
It's like Newton South has it.
Yeah, I believe that's the case. O'Brien giving them a chance to just absolutely end it there. Newton South is energized, but they have a long ways to go down 15 here.
Hey, Cam, you get to leave early? I can hit the bathroom before the crowd gets there. Fair enough.
Newton South definitely had a chance to come back in this game, and you know that pick was crucial by Charlie O'Brien.
Yeah, Charlie
Big
O'Brien
play.
seems to really have that ice in his veins trait.
Yeah, one of those players that is new to this program, and DeLuca said he wanted to see what he could do on the football field. Well, he showed you what he could do today.
Absolutely. Just a freak athlete all around, kind of that Travis Hunter archetype. Low snap. Mason gets it. Oh, he's looking deep. Oh, and it's caught by Balcom.
It's a nice throw, a little jump pass right there from Nolan. I think it's just probably a little too late.
And as a side note, an injury on the sideline, that's Jace Colston. But big pickup there. Still 1 minute to go, clock's running. They gotta get set. The clock stopped momentarily for the chains to move. Here's Nolan, he's got trips to his right. He's rolling to his right. Can Manson corral him? And he's got a solid gain there.
Did not get out of bounds as the clock continues to run.
About 5 yards, yeah. Big tackle there by Manson.
Manson.
Newton South only has one more timeout. Don't really want to spend it here on offense.
2nd and 5 in this game.
And they spiked it. Smart play there by Jack Nolan. Stops the clock with 38 seconds.
2nd and 3 for them. You know, maybe they can get a score in these final 38 seconds, but at the end of the day, it won't really matter in terms of the win or the loss. It's going to be a loss.
Yeah, but Newton South could definitely take momentum from the end of this game. I mean, their offense has proven to be capable. They put up 27 points.
Yeah, they definitely did a lot better in the second half, you know. They started down big, but
Nolan looking to throw over the middle. Nice catch there. Oh, he's still up on his feet.
I mean, you have to wonder kind of where these players were earlier in the game. That's 2 big completions.
Oh my goodness,
back to
and
back.
another player down. It's like it's been every other play, like you said earlier, Colin.
Sucks, especially at the end of the game, you know.
Yeah, but Nolan's been accurate. That was a great throw over the middle. You have to wonder if Lexington's defense is kind of just backing off here, keeping the offense in front of him, letting the clock run down.
Keep their players healthy, you know. You don't want to sustain any injuries in these final meaningless 30 seconds going into the next game.
Well, not sure they're meaningless quite yet, but yeah. And Newton South, I think, will have to spend their final timeout on that injury because it did stop the clock for them. Makes sense. Had a lengthy game here. A lot of injuries, stopping the clock. You hate to see it, but it's been exciting to watch. Not a wasted second.
Lots of injuries. Hate to see it.
That's number 1, Beckett Schreier, once again. He had a great catch over the middle, but he's
been fighting through.
Yeah, he's been facing injuries. He had a great game, though, tonight. Big couple of touchdowns, chunk plays, just keeping his team in it. Seems like he has great chemistry with quarterback Jack Nolan.
Yeah, Jack Nolan really stood out to me. Jace Costin, and then obviously Beckett Schreier fighting through injuries and still making tons of great plays. And for Lexington, obviously, tons of standouts.
Like who?
Manson, Mao, Hatch with some great plays.
Absolutely. Nolan back to throw. He's looking. Seems like him and his receiver, Jaden Alves Armstrong, weren't really on the same page. Wasn't really looking. 27 seconds to go. The second down. Still a 15-point lead for Lexington. Nolan takes the snap. He's looking. Beckett almost had it, but it was a little ahead of him. Didn't seem to have a step on his.
Clock will stop again at 21 seconds, and this game just continues to drag on. You know, tons of injuries, lots of incomplete passes, just dragging on the game. Lexington definitely controlled the time possession, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah, Lexington has been dominant on the ground, keeping the clock running.
Yep. Feels like it's been their tempo the whole game.
Yeah, that probably has something to do with Newton South looking more towards the air. Nolan takes the snap. He's throwing to the end zone. Oh, nearly picked. Number 6, Caden Mason. Good coverage. Seemed like Nolan once again wasn't really on the same page as receiver. He kind of threw towards the corner while his receiver, Jace Costin, was cutting inside. 15 seconds to go. It'll be 4th down. You have to imagine that they'll keep the offense out here. Really no point in a field goal at this point of the game. Fourth down for Nolan. He's got 5 wide, three receivers to his left. Takes the snap. Nolan looking to throw it to the left. Oh!
Almost had his man.
Nearly caught. Beckett had a step in his man, just slightly overthrown. You have to applaud the effort from Jack Nolan in the Lions office tonight. They put up a valiant effort. Just
sure.
Not quite
Great
enough to
offensive
match.
gains from both sides.
Yeah.
You know, Lexington went up big 28-7, but Newton South did their best to try and come back.
Yeah, and the Lexington student section is coming over to the Lexington sideline, getting very excited with the fans. And you hate to see Amari Mao is no longer dressed. He's in a kind of just a tank top, and it also seems to be in a boot. That's not what you like to see, but hopefully it's just more precautionary. Fans are very excited for this home opener win, though. Lexington will improve to 1-1. As Hatch takes the final knee, and that'll do it here in Lexington. Your final score, 42-27. A big Minutemen win in their home opener. The fans are rushing the field. Big win for Ethan Hatch, Amari Mao, Charlie O'Brien. So many stands out. Tiandre Warren Stevens. Incredible game. They're gathering at midfield to celebrate with their classmates and the players. Charlie O'Brien getting flicked up with his teammate. That's Faisal Masbuga, 2 guys that Coach talked to us about earlier today. Be sure to tune into our next game next Friday, and that'll be all here in Lexington.
Thanks for watching.
This has been LexMedia. Good night.